So this might be the shortest live broadcast in history because I have no idea if it's going to work. I'm going to try and go outside. I've got a mobile rig set up and I'm going to go sit on a duck, you know, because that's normal. I've got some control over my Streamlabs setup. I believe I should be able to hear messages that you guys send. I don't even know if I'm live right now because usually I do a whole intro with a test and all sorts of stuff to double check. But honestly, if this one doesn't make it out, I might not cry because who knows if this is going to work. I did just hear a message from Duck Duck Goose asking how I was doing. And I guess you're going to have to tell me in a couple of minutes. I am outside now. I've got a self-face auto tracking tripod. So I'm going to be out of the frame for a second as I put it down on the ground. And you guys, if anybody is actually watching this thing, are going to have to tell me if at any point, hey, Meek Meek 12, what's going on? If I end up getting out of the frame.
BC says, let's see how it goes. P.
Yeah, let's see how it goes. Thank you, I appreciate that.
Great so far.
That's good, Matt Honker. Thank you. That's LT. So far, so good. I don't know if I'm going to be able to turn off, maybe I shouldn't even tell you that. I might have some problems controlling everything from out here. But here we go. I've made it. I'm on a dock. I've got a lot of electronics on me. How are Pete? How are Pete? Pete are good.
I'm gonna 647 says it works.
It works. That's very good. Oh yeah, that's it. That's me right there.
Says, let's do this.
Yeah, let's do it. So I wonder if I should leave that phone off on the side. Oh, further back in the duck. Oh, maybe you're a little bit behind. I was kind of really close to the stupid thing. Ah, yeah, there we go. So,
rawr. Says we're watching. You always have an audience.
My butt is getting very wet at the moment. Quack, quack, Captain.
647 says at one point, can you give me some tips about how to surf? Rick says,
tips about how to surf. I don't feel like I'm the person you want to talk to about tips on how to surf. Like, how does a blind guy surf? Very differently than everybody else, I suppose. But tips on like generally getting better at anything is just do a lot of practice. You know, just get out there. I mean, that's how I learned. That's how Banana and I started by learning.
Do a flip.
Do a flip. Do a back flip. Hey, I just.
Says hi.
Hi. Hi. I'm kind of afraid to turn off the chat because I might not get control again.
It's best to have someone who can see what you're doing and how you can improve.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Banana and I.
Better than a turnabout?
Hey, John Pazinski. Turnabout is a boat that we used to sail. What up, Screaming Drag? Yeah, I used to race small boats. That's John Pazinski out of well, maybe I shouldn't give out his hometown, but somewhere in the East Coast.
I've been surfing once and I'm going again and I don't have money to get lessons.
He's from the same hometown that my wife is from, actually.
Can't complain about the title.
I'm live on the duck. Yeah, well, the title is not a lie. Danny, what's going on? Surprise show. Yeah, oh, okay. So that's the town he's from.
128 says what happens when you tell a duck a joke? It quacks up.
It quacks up. Very good. Hey, look at that super chat.
At Baduzafo tipped $20 through super chat. And here I thought my day wouldn't get any crazier. And as you want a blue and pink duck, you're a braver man than I.
Thank you, Baduzafo. I appreciate it. That's the $20 worth of getting in the pool here. Hey, blind guy.
You're going to have hundreds of messages per minute. Wow.
Well, I mean, that means a lot of people would be watching. Yeah, thank you, Baduzafo. I appreciate that.
Watching for a bit but never learned. Do not want to upset you, just curious. Meat12 says you are my favorite YouTuber.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Says what voice in the Pro Tools do you use?
I'm trying to figure out if I can mute the chat for a second and not lose it entirely. I don't know. What's going on is I've got a wireless earpiece here. I don't follow soccer. Well, I was the voice of.
I'm sorry about my past actions. My number is still blocked, and I don't expect that to change. And I understand that. Still love the content. P.
Hold on. Let me see if I can mute this for a second.
People struggle with insomnia. Is that true?
NDI. Did I change? I think I might have. Okay. what I hope is that I can get it back. If I don't get the chat back, that means I'm gonna have to run all the way upstairs. What I'm doing is I've got an auto face tracking camera in front of me, so hopefully when I'm moving back and forth in the pool, it'll follow me. On this phone, I'm controlling the scenes that you're seeing. I should be able to switch between all of them. One of them has the chat in it, and one of them does not. I was trying to answer some of the questions and they were just coming in too fast. You guys are right, things are coming in very quickly. I don't really follow soccer. I think the first match of the World Cup is tonight, I believe. I just don't follow it. I was the voice of the Premier League on Paramount Plus for about 2 seasons, maybe 3 seasons. They tend to change that up relatively quickly. Going back to John Piesinski, he and I used to sail small boats out of the Northeast together. I used to stay with his family when I traveled down to Hingham, which is the town that my wife is from. And I was showing my left finger because I am not wearing my wedding ring, because when it gets wet, I mean, maybe I should have gotten a smaller one or something, but when it gets wet, it literally just like slides off, which isn't great. So I didn't want to wear it in the pool and lose it. Now let's see, this is going to be the real trick. Can I go back to getting the chat back up?
Now says,
if I don't hit, oh, it worked!
You don't. You get down off a dock.
Okay, I don't know if that was a joke. I'm very excited that that worked. Because it's been so nice out here.
At Dark Plastic Lord says, what drove you to make the decision to go on a tie-dye dock? Why not a yellow one? At Antonio Rizzo says,
I actually,
what do you think about Toph from Avatar: The Last Airbender?
The duck. Okay, so the duck, I had this whole pool built in the backyard. We lived with this backyard for a while. I'm muting the chat for a second. The backyard we bought this house and there was just nothing back here. It was just dirt. And then we put grass in, and the whole yard is kind of like sloped this way. It kind of like angles this way. And this is when I had Superdog, and for some reason he took to pooping over here. And the whole yard, like every time it got wet, every time like it rained or you got some moisture, all of it would come this way. Let me check and see what
At
this
Stardom
Super
up
Chat
to
is.
$4.99 through Super Chat. Hey Pete, been a while. Hope you're doing well, man. Just bought a 2003 Buick LeSabre for $600 with 91k miles. Anyways, hopefully I can call soon. Been very busy.
Trent is hilarious. Blind guy with more cars than most sighted people that I know. He's like my dad. My dad's a car dealer. He's always buying and selling cars. He has a collection of classic cars at the house, and I feel like Trent is basically him, but he can't legally drive his cars. Thanks for checking in. I appreciate it. So for years when we had Superdog, he always pooped over here, like right basically where I am. Pooped like. That's where he just took to pooping constantly, to the point that Banana would call it the poop corner. And since I couldn't see and I didn't know where the poops were, I was basically banned from going in my own backyard. I'm like, I can't even go in the backyard because there's too many poops. So eventually we lost Superdog, and we decided to revamp the poop corner, because that's all it was ever known as. And we decided to put in what they call a spool. So it's not, I don't know if you can see, maybe I can grab this phone and go this way a little bit. It's a banana shaped spool, of course, for Banana. But it's basically, it's like a very small pool, and it has jets in it, and it's heated. And like I said, it's banana shaped. You walk in from one side and the other. So you're not really doing laps in here. You just kind of like go in and chill and turn on the jets and relax. Behind me over here, there's a waterfall. If I'm pointing the right way, I think I am. What I'm doing is I'm locking, like in my brain. I know the camera's there. So if I like start to spin, I'm just trying to like keep a compass point in my head where the camera is. But if I start looking off in a strange direction, you guys let me know. So anyway, we built the spool, and it was all done, and you know, I paid for the whole thing, and Maggie said, what do you want as a reward for the pool? And like jokingly, I was like, I want to ride a rubber duck in the pool. And she actually went and found these, I think at a local like Big Lots or Big Five or something like that. And she brought them home, and at the time I was wearing a lot of Volcom clothing that was tie-dye, and so she was super excited that it was a tie-dye duck. And she described it to me. I think it's, I don't know, I forget. I feel like it's mostly yellow. I don't recall, but there is definitely a lot of tie-dye to it. Let's see if I can get the chat back.
At Terminate1 says
it
not
works.
much.
Hey,
My
it
phone
did.
number got blocked by I a few weeks ago. LOL. At
LOL.
JohnnyBC says back
So-
in a bit. At
Oh,
GoCowsy
okay, Joey.
WAR says you're kind of far away, Sach, but you're closer now.
All right. Yeah,
Pig
I'm
Paw says
moving.
dive
I'm
into the
moving
pool.
around.
Draw
I don't wanna-
7711 says YOOO.
Yo, I can't dive into the pool because I got a microphone right here. I got an earpiece
At Toy
right
Collector
here.
Offsville
I've got
6428 says, can you sing the Rubber Ducky song?
what?
At
Rubber
Antonio and
ducky,
Rizzo says also,
you're
did
the
Super Dog
one.
no understand that you are blind?
Rubber
Yabusa
ducky,
says that is a
you're
cool
so
dog.
fun.
Draw
Rubber ducky. I don't
7711
remember
says,
the
can I
words.
ask you a question? At Dark Plasma Lord
you
says,
just
thank you for
did.
answering my question. At
You're welcome,
Artificial
Dark
Gamer
Plasma Lord.
4627 says,
Dark-
said hi. At
Said
Startup
hi.
says, geez. At Missif02
Geez,
says,
geez,
has
what?
Anna sent you out in any crazy outfits? Beast
Um,
Nation says, then the duck walked up to the
I
lemonade
actually-
stand. At Thwarcube
The
says,
per-
is
what did
that
the
you
person-
Jeffrey Epstein?
Stop that. That's not funny. If Joni's around, that one's not. I don't even like that in the chat. I'm definitely no similarities at all whatsoever.
At the
This
Polymer
earpiece.
4532 says hi.
Hi. I don't know if you guys like technical stuff, but like I'm
At
basically
Johnny
psyched
BC
that
says
this is
no diving
working, so I'm going to
necessary.
talk
Keep
about it a
enjoying
little
the
bit.
cool water.
The diving into this pool, by the way. So at my
At Terminate
first
one says, yay.
birthday
I
party,
guess I called too much trouble and it blocked the area code. My mom's
This,
and
uh,
sister-in-law's phones don't work either.
this pool got finished like 3 days before my birthday. A couple years ago now, maybe 3 years ago. And at my birthday party, I decided to jump into the pool. Banana had gotten me a new bathrobe, and I came out wearing my bathrobe, and I whipped it off and jumped into the pool. And you hit the bottom of this thing pretty fast. It's only in the middle, which I think is right there behind me. It is, I think it's like 4.5 feet. Like I said, it's not designed for like swimming. It's mostly designed for just chilling and relaxing. I never ride the duck forwards. It's actually more comfortable to ride it backwards. Right now my back is killing me. I just kind of wanted to show you guys that I'm on a duck, so I might try and flip it around.
At
Let me see if
He
I can
says,
flip
sorry,
back over
I
to the
just
chat
want
and
to hear
make
the
that
robot
work.
voice like in the movie War Games. Shall we play a game?
Well,
At
you are.
Terminate
Shall
one
we
says, I
play
went
a
swimming in a
game?
local lake today near some oil pumps today.
Uh-oh, what was that? What fell in the pool? Uh-oh, something went in there.
At Joni BC
Okay.
says, too shallow for jumping in. At
Yeah,
Antonio and Rizzo says, did Super Dog
fell?
understand that you are blind?
Oh,
At
that's what I was
Startup
going to
says,
answer a
not that
minute
anyone
ago.
asked, but I
Something.
cut my hand open on caliper of a golf cart earlier, then I got the caliber off and broke the pad. At
Something
Lukazi
definitely
WAR
fell
says,
in the
I
pool.
tried to ask you this last night, but it's annoying to do editing with my vision. I can't imagine doing it blind.
Hold
But how
on.
do you keep yourself
trying to
motivated
get-
when comments and such give you crap?
Oh,
At Terminate
hold
one
on,
says,
hold
damn
on.
you okay,
I'm
Trent?
trying to figure out what I dropped in the pool.
At 710 says
Yeah,
potato
what-
for you,
what-
but it's still yours, and you believe there's for you are a lot to be able to connect with the peanut and pepper hot pepper. And you have a bad at least
There we
pretend
go.
like I get red hard.
What? That comment made no sense whatsoever. When I stood up, I definitely heard like a
At
bloop
Joni
noise.
BC
That
says
was
I
not.
think it was just water plopping in.
Okay, just water plopping it. Thank you. I was freaking out. All right, so this is more comfortable. This is actually how Banana and I chill on the ducks. You can sit on it backwards, but I didn't think you guys would know I was actually on a duck if I was sitting on it this way. Maybe I should sit
At
on it
Magnati says
this
I
way.
heard something plop. At Vulture 1.
Yeah, I heard something plop, too.
C3P says suck bro. Stopping by once more.
There's really, what's going on? Appreciate it. There's actually like no comfortable way to sit on this
At
thing.
Misossis and Dujas SD. Search the bottom of the pool with your feet.
Yeah, well, I was trying,
At
but I think
Antonio and Rizzo
Joni's
says, did
right.
Super
I think
Dog
it was
understand
just.
that you are blind?
Oh, that's what you were asking. Ah, there we go. I finally found a comfortable spot.
At Misida
I'm trying to
702
keep all the
says, did Roxy
electronics
something
out of
fall?
the pool.
At Trigger Happy says
Okay,
you just
so-
shitted up. At Terminate 1 says at
Shitted.
710 WTF. At Stardom Up says I will be. Fast Orange is great so
I'm trying to. I think I lost control of the chat. Super Dog did understand that I was blind. Like eventually, that dog. I was talking about it on the stream a little bit last night. That guy was so in tune with me, and I think the dogs figure it out after a while, because, dogs are. They're animals, and when they're not domesticated and stuff, they have to have some survival instinct. And I think that even Skylar, my little 9.5-pound dog, like, they can read prey or predator, like, and I think that they kind of know that I can't see. I'm not entirely sure if Steve's figured it out. He's still very young. He's only 3. But Superdog definitely knew. And he was like really like, so he knew me when I still had like 20 feet of vision. And he would literally run ahead of me. And then like he'd get 20 feet away and turn back. And then like as my vision got worse and worse, he was like sticking by my side more and more. He always like knew to stay within a range of me. He was definitely really good about understanding my limitations. And, you know, he kind of just took to naturally becoming my guide dog. We didn't give him like a lot of training. Like, I can't sit him down and explain him like, dude, I can't see. But I just started walking with a cane, with the blind guy cane. And at first he was like, kind of like giving me side eye. I could see him a little bit because he was right next to me. And I'd look up and be like, why are you waving a stick next to me? I guess the real guide dogs, people don't use the stick and the dog. They use one or the other. But I was using them both at the same time. But I think he figured it out. I think he, you know, once I was walking and I'd like walk into stuff, he's like, oh, I get it. And he would guide me around stuff. Guide me around people. He's also a big, scary-ass Doberman, so when people were coming our way, he'd kind of like walk us around them. I'm sorry, I just got distracted by something here. He would make people walk around us. Like people saw me coming with the stick and the big Doberman, and they were like, what is going on over there? So they'd get out of our way. And, you know, when I got Steve, we actually worked hard at trying to train him. People told me in the beginning, like a GSP is not a good breed for a guide dog. And there's a million reasons. I could do a whole nother stream on it, why we went with the GSP. But it wasn't really the best choice for a guide dog. Hey, look at that. That's a follow on Twitch.
Ethan4W just followed.
Thank you, Ethan4W. See, I just added that last night. That was, if I'm not mistaken, I added it this morning. I got on the line with the people from Twitch and they helped me out. I think Steve's head probably just came up and we added text to speech. So it says who's following on Twitch. That's a new addition directly from Twitch. So if you follow on Twitch, you get your name read out loud. You'll see Puppy Steve's head. And that was the first one tonight. So I'm excited that worked. Hold on. Let me see if I can get back to the chat.
At Terminate One says, so I'm not giving away personal info. At Kakamaki 6391 said hi.
Hi, what's going on?
Says yes, Steve's head came up.
Cool. All right, so that worked. I'm just upgrading this thing left and right. And it's so weird for me. I just do it all through text to speech.
He's an alcoholic that bangs your mom on weekends.
I don't know if that's appropriate. There you go again. There's another follow.
Glittery18 just followed.
Plasma Lord says I need my EP time. Good night, thanks again.
Thank you. Thank you, Glittery18.
WAR says the camera
Appreciate
is moving around
that.
kinda weird. We do see Steve.
Oh. Wait, Steve's out here? Is Steve out here with me?
Says I read duck wrong, hahaha. At Joni BC says hi all if you just joined us for the surprise live stream. Welcome. At Boss Tour says
I'm wondering
nice
if I'm wondering if the pool is, I'm sorry, if the camera is tracking me weird because I think the light's getting low and it needs like good light to follow you. If the camera is tracking weird, you guys let me know, and then I can get out of the pool and just lock it in one position.
At Terminate One says,
oh, that's a follow on
peanut
YouTube.
Butter on pancakes or Nutella on pancakes?
No. Ew, I don't like
says it was
either.
tracking strangely. At the Toy Collector
if it's-
still 6428 says, do you like cats? At
I used to
GoKazi
have
says,
2
no, not out there,
cats.
on the stream. At Lysosis and Duger says, P.
Not
Steve
out
is not
there,
outside, they
on
meant
the
on Twitch.
stream. Oh, yes,
At Honker
yes,
says,
that's
no,
right.
we seen
Steve's.
follow show the dogo. At GoKazi WAR says, still
oh,
plenty
right,
of
right,
light,
right,
I
I get
think.
Okay.
At
Well,
Devo says,
so the
is
camera.
tracking well enough.
All right,
At
good enough. All
Donny
right, good enough.
84,433 says, aloha, Pete, my friend.
Aloha. Wait, is that done in Hawaii?
And I think you're so funny.
Dude, I think that was done in Hawaii. He was literally like my very first follower. Him and Prairie Stork were watching my long-term long-form videos. Uh-oh, my earpiece is dying. Hold on. Did I lose you guys?
At MissitF02 says I have to leave Love Your Blind Guys unboxing and keep making good content. Bye.
Well, bye. I appreciate that.
At Boss Tour says, do you have a new voice acting gig?
I always have a new voice acting gig. Do you guys want to hear a story about voice acting? I'm gonna have to mute the comments because it's distracting to tell stories while those things are coming through my ears.
6391 says pool lights lit up. Awesome.
Yeah.
So
the pool lights, if I set it up.
33 says it is done in Hawaii, bro.
That is awesome, Don.
Says, what version of Pro Tools do you use for your voiceovers?
I use Pro Tools 2020.
He always has gigs coming in.
Hold on.
At Relurban 6625 says, love your videos, man. Keep up the great surfing.
Hold on. Dawn in Hawaii was literally, I was posting long form videos in 2020 and 2021, and I would get like 17 views. Like, that's it. Like, none at all. And Dawn in Hawaii and Prairie Stork were like the only people, and especially he was the first comment. He was like the Zen Moon Master before Zen Moon Master. He would comment on every video, and I thought it was so cool. It was like my first, like, oh my God, like I've got a follower, someone following this channel. And I mean, we lost touch with Don. I don't know where he went to. You know, probably has more of a life than sitting around waiting for my stupid videos to come out. But I've actually gone back to that recently, if you guys have noticed. After a while of not posting surfing videos, I'm back. I do it every Tuesday, and still no one's watching them. Maybe Dawn in Hawaii is watching them, but I've committed to trying to post more content that I enjoy, and that was part of that. I committed to. I mean, it's a lot of work, a lot of effort. If you've seen one of the videos, Brooks and I were talking about it last night. We had a drone, we have GoPros, 2 GoPros, we have 2 land cameras, and then it all gets edited to get like, it's a crazy, if you've never seen one of the surfing videos, you can go to my channel on YouTube, youtube.com/blindsurfer, and look for the playlist Surfing Blind with Pete Gustin, or just go to the long form videos and check out the surfing blinds. It's crazy the amount of effort that was put into those things just to get like a little 2-minute surfing session. So what's up, Dawn in Hawaii?
Joni BC second one was an accident, and the first one was my brother. I'll do better, Joni. Thanks for not being rude. At Joni BC says, I fully expect everyone to be respectful here.
Yeah, I do too. I am psyched that this thing is working, because in the future, not giving away a lot of plans, I want to do some.
Says Minnesota can't compete with Hawaii. No surfing here. LOL.
Ooh, another light just came on.
33 says, yeah, Pete's the blind guy. I'm the deaf guy. Hahaha.
Yeah, we're a good pair. Don't put us in the water together.
They think it's fun to troll him.
Well, I wonder what the troll was. Was it good? Was it at least a good troll? So what I did there is I set up spotlights.
Says, have you learned to tie your shoes well? Blind, a good amount of people can do it from feel.
Yeah, of course I can tie my shoe. Who has to look when they're tying their shoes? Like, do you have to look to tie your shoes? That's kind of sad.
Antonio and Rizzo says, yo, Pete, my bad for repeating the super dog question.
That's okay. I don't think I answered it the first time. Is there another duck behind me? What is something's? Oh, there is. The other duck is behind me. I don't know which one I'm on. I'm either on Lucky Duck or Gilbert Duck.
God bless and Jesus is the
all right. Yeah. Love you too, Danny. Sorry. I mean,
says it was a bad troll.
Okay. Well, then boo to you. Thumbs down to that.
28 says honest take on the situation right now. At Stardom Up says it'd be pretty dumb to surf in Delaware besides Rehoboth and Bethany. At Joni BC says, you know the rules and allowing someone else to use your account. It's up to you to keep them in line, or you may end up getting put in timeout.
Oh, there was someone, you know what's funny?
6428 says, I use Android. How can I get a chat reader for my streams if I use Android? At
you just activate the voiceover
says, I imagine this guy in a pool is like one of those
iPhone
astronauts stuck in low gravity. At Terminate1 says,
why?
I understand Joni. At Abuchu says, yo, blind surfer, I watch you all the time, never was able to see your live stream.
Oh, well, now you get this, and this is then you get this one. You get the weird one. What was I going to say? I muted that because I was going to say something. The camera. I guess I didn't really need the auto face tracking camera because I'm not moving. I mean, I guess I could move. I'm kind of afraid to move too far because, like, what if I can't get back? But I just want to make sure the thing was lining up the shot. But because it's an auto face tracking camera, it needs to like know where my face is, and I figured I'd be out here in the dark, so I also set up a motion activated light, which is not activating. Oh, there we go. I can see, that's my one super skill of seeing. I can sense light, especially when it's completely dark and then light shows up. And this actually helps me know where the camera is, because I think the light is right there. And if I remember where I put the camera, I put it right to the left of it. Super chat time.
At law_may_I_y_Corey_Cisa tipped $5 through Super Chat.
Thank you.
Hey Sneaky Peter later just jumped in to
Yo.
give some love tomorrow. I am going to visit your hometown of Braintree. Any good restaurants
how
you
do you-
recommend there?
How do you know my hometown? Have I said that before? Yeah, last town I lived in Massachusetts was Braintree, Massachusetts, which is a weird name for a town. But it was like one of the reasons, I remember when I was leaving Braintree and coming out here to San Diego, I was like, I hope San Diego has some good restaurants. And now the town I live in, it has like 2 Michelin star restaurants and a bunch of fancy French places. It's getting, you guys ever been to a Michelin star restaurant? The one right down the street from me, I forget the name of it, it's like $350 per plate. And that doesn't even include the wine pairing. Like if you do a wine pairing, it's like another $200 or $250 or something like that. So it's like $1,000 just for dinner. Like just for, I'm like, this is, the town's getting all built up and very expensive. And I mean, there are some really good restaurants around here. We didn't go out last night. We saved a couple bucks. We got, Brooks went out and got us drive-through burritos, and we all came out here to the pool. It was me and Brooks and Banana, and then we had Nisha came over, and another one of her friends came, and we all did some pool time, which is why I was kind of trying to test this tonight to see if I could get pool time, or if I could get the camera out here, because maybe we can do like some pool parties with you guys in the future. But in Braintree, if you're going to Braintree, I mean, I don't know, it's been a decade since I was there. There's like a Chili's, there's a TGI Fridays. There was one place that was like decent, like some decent like mom and pop like Italian food. It was called Chateau. I mean, that was like, there's Jamie's. There's a couple places. There's a place named Jamie's that gives you gigantic portions. That's the other thing about San Diego. All the portions of food here are so small. Everybody's so thin and fit out here. You don't want to eat too much. You get tiny, tiny little portions. India with iPhone. Right before I did this, I forgot. I did not hear what you asked. I don't know what I was supposed to be responding to.
At Joni BC says the landscape horizontal feed is hard to see that it's tracking well vertical portrait. It's very apparent. At Joy 4629 says Kali.
What do I make of that? Is it? Am I in frame? All I want to know is if I'm in frame, basically. If I am, then that's a success.
Antonio Enrizo says also coincidentally you keep muting the reader when Don in Hawaii 4433 is chatting.
Well, that sucks.
Says I'm trusting my friend's piece of junk car to take me 70 miles one way to go to a Taco Bell with my friend. Hopefully I'm alive to tell the tale.
I can listen to text-to-speech and talk.
Salad, yeah, we know the places.
Yeah,
At Vostor
very
says
expensive.
I found your
like
channel after looking for the amazing
food.
voice or a lot of trailers. I don't know if you make
That's
content
very
about
cool.
that.
I appreciate that. I
Nicholas
got
02
like
says OMVMIC. At La Matea White Curry Sissa says thanks though. At Joni BC says Roy, just talk to me the way you would talk to anyone else.
Braintree's just not where you go to go get some fancy food.
You have great audio and video quality is fine. You are very talented.
Okay.
No, it's not perfect, but you're doing it literally blind.
Yeah,
I mean, 649 says, how are you doing, MR Surfer?
Let me know if I end up out of the frame, because I'm sure that would be kind of annoying. Oh, Johnny says I'm in frame.
I found
That's
your
good.
channel after looking for the amazing voice or a lot of trailers. I don't know if you make content about that.
I do. I mean,
says you're more in frame when you're closer to the camera, but it's a little dark without that bright light. Beast Boy Nation says for real can't expect perfect for a test stream.
You know what I should do? I could do. Hold on.
Matt
I could
Honker
turn
says you
this
are in frame
camera.
on both screens for me.
Hold on. Let me turn on this camera or this phone. I came
Matt
out here with
Conveyor
3 phones.
649
Closing
says
that
you're a
one.
good person. How are you, Mr. Surfer?
I'm good. Hold on a second. I'm trying to. Where's the light? Flashlight. Did I do it? There we go. There. Now you can probably see me. Because the other one
there
is
are still plenty of people in chat. God bless.
That's cool. God bless. Appreciate that. Where's the other phone? I seem to have lost it. Yeah, the other one is motion activated, and it's only turning on when I do
says a
something
simple
big.
Google eye search of you also says your hometown is Braintree. I really want to see if they are growing brains on trees there, lol.
That's what I used to think of when I was a kid. I'm not just being weird. I'm trying to activate the motion activated light, but it's not working. But yeah, I guess if I hold this thing in front of me. But there we go. I'm back to like having lights in my face.
Mr. Tiberitz says hi, Pete, huge fan.
What up, Mr. Tiberitz? I appreciate that. Thank you for watching.
Peter Bailey 859 says I meant do you use Pro Tools Intro or Studio or Artest? Beast Boy Nation says it is on now.
Pro Tools.
At Peyton Allen C2S says I just left a chicken auction. At GoCowZWAR says when you turned on the light it started tracking you too. Startup says you're
well,
great
that's
with all
good.
that tech
It
near
knows
your
where my
mother.
face is now.
Tour says
yeah,
I found your
I'm a
channel
little-
after looking for the amazing voice I hear in a lot of trailers and via Seaverse.
That
I
one-
don't know if you make content about that.
Oh, that's what I was about to
BC
say.
says the best place to try a Michelin star restaurant is Vegas Many Casino.
Hold on one second. Yes, I do. I try and do again, I just try and do the content that makes me happy, whatever I feel like making that week. And YouTube hates it. I'm bouncing around. Sometimes I'm doing content about being blind. Sometimes I'm just doing surfing stuff. Sometimes I'm doing stuff about voiceovers. I recently posted a video. I was answering the question, why do I leave the lights on in the house? Hey, so people can see me. But I did this voiceover thing in the middle of it. I was using my sexy voice. I was like, hey, I'm in the dark and you don't know what I'm doing. You have no idea. Hey, baby. And that one did well on some platforms, but went crazy on Instagram. And I'm not very well known on Instagram. I mean, it sounds, first world problem. I've got 182,000 followers, but as opposed to 2.5 million on YouTube and 770,000 on TikTok, I'm relatively not well known on Instagram. And the thing, it's gotten almost 1 million views, which is way more than I normally get on Instagram, way more. But most of the people are like, you should go into voice acting. You should become hey, you should do something with that voice. Yeah, that was the thought. So yeah, I've been voice acting. I've been trying to be a voice actor since I was 18. I didn't really go full time until the year 2012, 2013. I'd gotten some gigs here and there before then, but really made it a full-time career in 2012 or 2013. Hold on, NDI with iPhone. I'm actually kind of
BC
shocked
says the
that
pool
this
is not
thing
super
is
big.
working.
It's the perfect size for friends to hang out and cool off.
It is. We had a little fun pool
179
party
says, hi
last
Pete,
night.
I hope you are doing well and hope you are having a blessed night and had a blast today.
Yeah, I worked most of the day, but we're getting closer to my birthday, and Banana's planning the party. We're going to have the party out here in the pool. We're going to have some barbecue. Now that I know that the camera can make it out here, maybe we'll invite you guys to the party. Or maybe Banana will be take a minute away from YouTube and just enjoy your friends.
Says Brett Cheese. I hope tomorrow is better.
Brett Cheese. Is that someone's name? Brett Cheese? So yeah, that wasn't something I anticipated. I was having to light myself up. It is, I don't know if you guys can tell, but the pool lights are on.
says, been watching you for months now. Love you, bro.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
GoKZWR says that in the dark short was kinda creepy, but really funny. Squishesmook 4790 says, happy almost birthday, Pete.
Thank you. I appreciate that. What's today? Today's the 11th, so 10 more days. 10 more days till my birthday. I set the pool to a slow color splash, which I don't know if you guys can see it, but apparently the pool lights
says, thanks for
are
the donation.
cycling.
Fired Pompano.
Oh, jeez. I'm losing the reception.
9,255 Mason says, is it weird swimming blind?
It's weird doing anything
says,
blind.
I guess your skateboard won't arrive until after your birthday. That makes me sad.
You actually sent you have it? Hey, I've been pretty good. I was thinking about that. It's possible. You know what? Up in my studio, where I have the
Sirtsich says the pool lights are changing colors. It's a vibrant display of blues, pinks, and more.
That's cool. Yeah. I said I visually I can operate my pool using text to speech. But I will definitely lose control of the chat if I do anything with the pool. So I don't want to log into that right now. But I was thinking, LT Iron Fox there,
6532 says, said hi.
If the skateboard comes and it's the right size, I could swap out the big eyeball that's off my right elbow when I'm in the studio.
Now your pool is cool. Let's Go Gaming 5411 says the colors look cool.
Yeah, all right. So I look creepy but cool. Oh, so that's another thing I was going to explain. The camera that I'm using is a Logitech Mevo, which is okay, it's decent quality, but I've been working with the people from
Collectorovsville 6428 says this Sunday, June 14, is National Pop Goes the Weasel Day.
That's a day. National Pop Goes the Weasel Day.
How to meet Pete Gustin, and it told me to hang out by the beaches as Carlsbad, California, and walk around the neighborhood basically looking for you. AI is creepy, lol.
All right. Stop giving away.
Just completely useless for you.
I hate emojis.
Says, can we get a foot cam?
For a second.
Johnny BC says the pool looks great. Pete, no need to mess with it.
All right, that's cool. There's so many things I got to answer there. Yeah, so there's a foot. Very exciting. I have feet. There's like 10 things I was going to answer. Oh, the camera that I'm using is a Logitech Mevo Start. It was like the very first camera that I was ever going live with, and people kept telling me, "Is it so weird to like be on camera all the time and not be able to see it?" But people were telling me, they're like, you know, the camera's okay, but you look kind of flat. They're like, it's okay, but you look flat. And I'm like, I can't even envision that. I don't know what that means. But I started getting into my head. I'm like, I don't want my stuff to look flat and everybody else's to look good. So I actually reached out to Sony, and one of their product managers is a guy who's suffering from a very similar eye condition to mine. And so we connected very quickly. And he's the one that hooked me up with the camera that I've got up in the studio, which is outrageously amazing. It's the Sony ZV-E1. When I'm up there, everybody says it has depth and contrast and looks really epic and cool, and so everybody got used to that. But this camera, the advantage to this camera is it doesn't have to be wired in. So I can, as long as my Wi-Fi network works, I could take this camera. So like in my property, I could take you guys out to like the front yard. Obviously I can take you here to the pool. And I was trying to see how that would, you know, what I could do with that in the stream. And then I'm wearing a Rode Wireless Go microphone right here. So the microphone is going from hello, hello, hello right here. And that's being fed into that camera that's in front of me. And then all that's going up to my studio that's up there. And I honestly, I don't think any of this was going to work. So I'm kind of excited that it's working tonight. So, yeah, like I said, maybe we'll do some pool parties together in the future.
Adam Arch James 666 says people are being too vague. What they mean when they say you look creepy is that the cameras. Beast Boy Nation says you hate emojis? Is that because text-to-speech freaks out about it?
No, it just reads them. Like when someone sends an emoji, it's just like crying face emoji, like dog face emoji. It just describes it. It's like Santa Claus emoji, pregnant man, fireman emoji. And like, so you guys with eyeballs, your fancy working eyes, you look at the emojis and it kind of like conveys a message without having to read words. And then for me, it's the exact opposite. It gives me like smiling face with rosy cheeks emoji.
At Antonio Enrico says, yo Pete, do you listen to music, and if so, is it better for you than when you were not blind, and what type of music do you listen to?
I mean, I've always had a good
ear. Says, if you're blind, how come you can smell?
Banana didn't get that joke. I was trying to explain that to her last night. If you're blind, how can you walk? If you're blind, how can you smell? Like,
at Hacky likes being under table, says SA.
Likes being under table. Okay, why do you like being under the table? I don't know if I want to know the answer to that. I've covered the music.
At Joni
thing
BC says,
times.
Liam, please be respectful and ask relevant questions.
Yeah, be respectful.
At MF Angel says,
relevant.
hey everyone. It was meant back and word 2 says your voice is soothing. At Akik says, I've been surfing the pier every day getting blown out up barrels.
Oh my God.
At Joni BC says, hi, Chris.
Oh yeah, what's up, Chris? Hold on, let me talk about that for a second. NDI, there we go. I screwed up my right shoulder pretty hard surfing about 3 weeks ago, and I can reach overhead, I can reach out to the side. I'm putting it back together, but like what a time to have a shoulder injury. The surf out here has been like massive and pumping, and Brooks told the story last night on the show. He said he almost broke his neck surfing yesterday because it's just been so wild. And so I was thinking about trying to get back in this weekend, but I've got a lot of work to do to get my shoulder back together, and I don't want to go out and paddle out in like 7-foot waves and just blow it out again. So I might have to take one more weekend off. It's been very stressful, right? You know, I don't get like the stress relief of going out there and surfing on the weekends. I missed 3 weekends. I might miss another. And then I think I might be able to actually get in on my birthday or the day before my birthday, maybe. Looking forward to it. There we go. I'm nervous every time I try and switch between the chat and the no chat, because right before I went on tonight,
the biggest I've seen in a long time at the pier. The current is gnarly.
Yeah, I don't need that.
At Reggie 6532 says, have you had to worry about the tornadoes from the past few days? There were like more than 6 near me one night recently.
Tornadoes? I haven't heard anything about tornadoes in San Diego. No tornadoes around here. Yeah, I don't need to go out there and almost break my neck like Brooks and blow out my shoulder.
I just want to take a moment and express that I'm happy to have found your presence, and your Find a Way motto has helped me change how I see challenges. Thanks for sharing that with me.
That is very cool.
At Let's Play
Absurd
Gaming
Sitch, I appreciate
5411
that.
says thank you, Joni. We appreciate your comments. 3.
I love it when
At
people
Boss Tour
get
says
a
is
little
4AAL
something
played with the
out of
hands
these
or feet.
videos.
At Joni BC
What,
says excuse
4
me, Liam. I'm a mod. I'm trying to keep things cordial here. Trying to keep conversation
Yeah.
flowing. At Ghost
Yeah,
Babel says
she's
blind
doing a
surfer.
good job.
More like blind floater.
Ghost bagel. Well, yeah, I couldn't exactly surf in this pool. I asked Banana. I have a couple pretty wide foam surfboards, and for a video, I was like, could I like push one of the surfboards like across the pool and kind of like try and
At
ride
Boss
it?
Tour
And
says
she's
is
like,
football played
no,
with the hand or feet? At Necro the
football
Dragon
is played
says
with
howdy.
the hand, unless you're a kicker. And she told me like, no effing way was she going to let me ride a surfboard across this pool, because if you fall one way or the other, it is
9417
hard.
says I've been told for years
hard
that I have a face
concrete.
for radio. My bad. I meant a voice for radio. Where's the best place to get started? At Dan
Oh, the
F.
best
Angel
place
says
to
he
get
looks
started?
comfy. At
You all know
Antonio
that,
and Rizzo
right? Go
says,
to
can you sprint without help?
voiceuniversity.com. Can I sprint
Beast
without
Boy
help?
Nation says got to
I mean,
go now.
I
Have fun. Pete.
guess.
Good night.
Thanks, Beast Boy Nation. Thanks for stopping by. If you're looking to get into voice acting, go to voiceuniversity.com. Everything you need to know about getting into voice acting is right there. I should know because I put the whole thing together. What else did I want to tell you guys about tonight? No, I didn't have a plan. Usually I come into the show with some sort of a plan, some stuff that I want to talk about. Dank MF Angel's been doing an awesome job modding over on Twitch, holding that down solo. Joni's been doing a killer job in YouTube, getting into some
At the Toy
fights
Collector
with some
Offsville
people, I think.
6428 says, what do you call a blind dinosaur? Do you think he saw us?
I don't know. Do you think he saw us? Get it? Because do you think he saw us? Are you like just Googling like bad blind jokes? It's kind of funny. So yeah, the next thing I'll have to remember is if I come out and do this at night, I'll have to bring a different light. So I'm just holding an iPhone. The iPhone reading the chat is like up in the other room. I don't really have a ton of control over that.
At
But
Boss
I'm
Tour says,
kind of
why is it
excited
called football
that this
instead of
worked.
handball, asking for a European? At
I don't
Gokazi
know. Is that a real
WAR says, I
question?
would
Are
not
people
walk
still
around your
asking that?
property. The less people know, the better for your security. At La Matea Y
Okay.
Curry Sissa says, AI is creepy. I asked how to meet you and it basically told me to stalk the neighborhood you live until I found you. I was like, what the actual poppycock?
What?
At
That's what it
Lala
said?
says, crying face
I don't like
emoji.
that.
At Gokazi
I mean,
WAR says, it's very
there's
dark
a lot
now,
of
Pete.
houses
Might be time to switch it up.
That
At
okay.
Akinit 777
There's a lot of houses
says hi.
that look very similar.
At
I'm not
Nan
sure
Nan
that
Lalo
me
says,
like
I'm glad you
walking.
know about the pregnant man emoji lol. At
Yeah, there is
Akinit
a pregnant man emoji.
777
Not sure that
says,
me
how is your
walking
day?
around would give away too much.
At Joni
My day's
BC
pretty
says
good.
Antonio. It's
But
not
what
that
time
guy,
is it?
but he could.
It
At
is.
Reggie
Oh, it's
6532 says
8:38. I've
new.
only been at this for 38
At
minutes.
Dank MF Angel says,
Um,
I'm going to Twitch.
let's
Didn't
see,
know
if I
you
put
were
the-
live there. Dank
Yeah,
Angel
I
420
mean,
says,
well, I
hey
don't know.
everyone.
I mean, I am live there.
At
but I don't
Antonio
know
and
if,
Rizzo says, okay,
I don't know
Joni
if there's
also, are
anybody
you
over there.
banana
You'll have to
or?
let me know.
At Joni BC says, good on
Banana?
that, Chris.
Joni's not banana.
At CG 9417 says, I knew you had some kind of training for voice acting, but for the life of me, I couldn't
mean-
remember what it was called. You're awesome, Pete. Keep it up.
Well, that's
At
that
Joni
that
BC says,
website
no,
is.
I'm
oh,
not
oh,
banana.
yes, yes,
I'm
yes.
just a
That is-
moderator. At
Yeah.
Necro the Dragon says him into voice acting.
Yeah, that's where you
Can't
can
say
learn
much cause the
how
game
to
is still
get
under
into voice
development.
acting. At voiceuniversity.com.
At Aloin Stat says, I love the duck floaties, they look like fun. At
Yeah, the
Lamate
ducks
Y
are
Curry
super
Sissa says,
fun.
what the poppycock, your AI voice is so fast I can barely understand her.
Oh, come on.
At
I
Enlarged
have it
James
I have it slowed down to
666 says, question,
65%.
But I don't mean any offense. Are you afraid of the way that technology is advancing and you may miss out on it because you're blind? Are you afraid that you might not be able to adapt quickly? At
I
Lasausis
feel
and
like
Teacher
I'm
says, at
adapting
Boss Tour as a
quicker than
whole,
most
most
people.
games that involve balls are played using the hands and the feet are not to touch the ball. It is noteworthy when the feet are meant to move a ball. Consider it.
Yeah, I feel like I'm staying up on technology like really good. Like I'm up on AI. I mean, I did all this. I set up this whole thing by myself. I didn't get any help on any of this. So I don't know what technology is going to come out. Like the more technology there is, the more accessible it is to blind people like me. So I'm not worried about technology passing me by. If anything else, it's going to help me more. There's going to be more opportunities for me to stay accessible with certain things. I mean, you go the other way. Like imagine if I'd gone blind in the 80s when there was no text-to-speech, when there was no AI. Like that's when there would have been some bigger problems. But now everybody, the technology that comes out kind of helps me out a little bit more and more. It definitely doesn't replace having eyesight. Like God, what I wouldn't give to have eyesight. But you know, I use the AI image recognition I talked about last night. I was talking about that I went out to my front porch or front courtyard, and it helped me like find a package out there that I didn't know where it was, and you know, the text to speech, so I can hear these lovely comments when I'm doing the show. Like, yeah, I'm utilizing as much
Iron Fox
technology
says,
as I
okay, now
possibly
it looks
can.
creepy. You have the flashlight while you are at a campfire telling a horror story vibes.
That's what I kind of figured. I think in the future I'll have to get some sort of like an actual
says,
spotlight
as
out
technology
here. 'Cause
advances, assistive features become more common and accommodating.
that is true.
At
And there's a lot of
Curry
companies that
says, have a
like,
question, a very deep question. It's the end of the world. Who would you call and what would you say?
oh, we were talking about this the other night. You know, the zombie apocalypse. She was just asking, like, who would I call and what would I say? I mean, I guess I'd call my parents, or I'd probably be, you know, hugging Banana and Steve and Skylar. But Brooks and everybody that was in the pool last night, we were talking about, like, the end of the world plan. And, like, Banana is actually pretty handy. Like, I feel like in the apocalypse, like, she's like, good at carpentry, and she's pretty good at stuff. She's a good problem solver. But, like, you know, like what's a blind guy going to do at in the apocalypse? And Brooks, he suggested, he's like, you should start a cult. He's like, you could have, like, you know, one of those like post-apocalyptic cults where, you know, like blind messiahs are actually a thing. And he's like, might actually be beneficial to you to be like a blind messiah cult leader. I mean, I can talk, I can tell people what to do, I can tell some stories, I can hold an audience. So that's actually my plan. My post-apocalyptic plan is to start my own cult. I don't know if anybody wants to sign up for that ahead of time, but that is my post-apocalyptic plan. I was planning on facing the other way on the duck so you guys could see more of the duck, but I got myself into more of a comfy position this way. Although, I got to admit, I've been like all scrunched up and my back is starting to kill me. And I also think I finally lost connection. So I might have to head upstairs. Can I, wait, what if I go in? I know, the light's not on me. Where's YouTube? There it is. I'm going to see if I'm actually still on.
At Reggie 6532 says, thanks for making me smile at the end of a bad day, Pete. You inspire me and many people with physical and mental difficulties. At Sunshine 3914 says, only cult I'd join.
That's good. That's good. I'm glad. Brooks, he got recruited into a cult out here in
Johnny BC
in San
says,
Diego.
LOL, I would join your cult.
Good. All right. So I got a few people. That'll join me.
At 250 says, how did you learn to use technology?
By just doing it. Learn by doing. No one ever sat me. I didn't go to blind school. I didn't go to any special schools for the blind or anything like that.
Says, did you ever feel left out on the playground with the other kids, like if you guys played hide and seek?
No, man. I had eyesight when I was a little kid.
Necrophagic says, I would join.
The age I was playing. Thank you. All right, I got a few people signing up for my cult. That's cool. The age I was playing hide and seek. I didn't start losing my eyesight until I was 8.
The same way we all learn.
Yeah, learn by doing. So yeah, no, I mean, I had enough eyesight growing up as a kid to do a lot of the things. I even played football my junior and senior year of high
first
school.
One destined in a zombie apocalypse. LOL, my legally blind ass would walk headfirst into the zombie and he would feast on my brains. Lol.
Brains. I mean, I ended up playing offensive line in football because I couldn't see the ball anymore. And by the time I got to college,
for supporting the Twitch chat. At Reggie
yeah,
6532 says, I would love to join your cult. I have medical knowledge. I can be helpful.
All right, good. Yeah, that you need the medical people in the cult. That's very important.
At Akut says, I met your dog Steve at my friend's house.
Is Banana?
My dogs play there sometimes.
Do you think? Really?
At Mercy 1013 says, yo, you a real one. And
they're
Optimus
going
Prime,
nuts.
so double points on the cool meter. At
Double points on the cool meter. I appreciate that.
Says we would join your cult.
Who is at the house right now? All right, that's good. I'm dying to know who's about to walk through my door because I wasn't expecting anybody. And they're going to see me sitting here on a duck with a light in my face.
Says, I'm sure he would have chosen friends who played games they could all enjoy.
Maybe it's a delivery,
says, what was the last
or
thing
maybe
you
somebody
remember seeing
found
before
me.
you went totally blind?
If somebody found me and they come back here and I don't recognize them, help.
At the toy collector Offsville 6428 says, I was born blind, so I will never know what it's like to see.
Steve, was that who was that, Steve? Who are you barking? Do not kick my phone into the pool. Who is? All right. Was that someone? Was that someone out there? Steve, I think Steve just knock the stream
At
off or
Fegray
knock the chat off.
7204 says, of course it's a duh, because you couldn't do that on a goose. Atlas Ossis and Ducher says Steve.
Yeah, that would be fun. There's a bunch of,
Iron
we have a
Fox
bunch
says,
of
I still
blow-up
need the
toys
brochure
out
for
here.
the cult.
Oh yeah, I got to get the brochures printed up before. Hold on, I'm
Never
going to move
Vedrigan
this
says
thing.
him a
This is
mechanic
the
if that
receiver.
counts for anything. At Joni BC
Mechanics,
says we have
definitely
lots of
need
medical
mechanics.
people, so we would be in good shape. Dank
All right, that's what you need. You need
420 says,
medical
no, we could.
people.
At Akuk
You
says
need
Steve
some
Law.
military people. I feel like I got a fair amount of
At Joni
military
BC says
people.
Steve.
And we have some police officers. So I feel like we got a pretty good
At La
cross
Mateo Y.
section.
Curry
Although
Sissa says you are
there's a
blind,
lot of
but
blind
if you
people.
could lose one other sense or limb, what would it be and why? At Let's Play
I don't
Gaming
wanna lose any
5411 says Steve, ask why you're on a duck without him, lol. At Antonio
Yeah,
and Rizzo says
well,
hope nobody is stream sniping you,
would
get
he
the
join
police
me?
on speed dial just in case. At Joni BC
So is
says
it
you're
is it
still
distracting
going.
for
He.
you guys to
Dank
have me?
Angel
Okay, that's
420
good. Is it
says, so am I
distracting
dragon. At Despicable
to
3654
hear the text
says
going
hi.
while I'm going? Hi, what's going on? It's much easier.
At
Like I can
Despicable
tune it out, obviously,
3654
because I'm
says
so
hi.
used to. I'm so used to text to speech, and when I'm upstairs in the booth, I can easily like
Absurd Sitch
mute
says I'm
and
actually
bring
in
it
both
back up
streams.
and
Is one
stuff.
better than the
Hold
other
on,
for
I gotta put
Pete's
this down
purposes?
for a second. Twitch. Well, I don't know which ones you're in, but Twitch is where I've been trying to move people. And then I was told today I'm being annoying about getting people into the Twitch stream, but there are benefits to it for me, and they're actually working with me. I might even have a very special Twitch-only stream coming up in a little bit
says
because
no.
those guys are actually excited about
Angel
supporting me.
420 says he's trying to get more on Twitch currently. At Anastasia
Yes, I am. It's my
7267
lowest-
says no. At Joni BC says
No.
not distracting at all for me. At LT
Really?
Iron Fox
So you
says
can listen
buy
to
a
me
church in
and
Arkansas
hear-
for only 50,000 at a good start for a cult. At
Oh,
Despicable
wow, that is a good- that's a good
3654
deal.
says no, it is okay. Dank Angel
Wow.
420
Okay. So I
says
thought
football
it
is
would
cool.
drive you guys crazy, like trying to
Atlas Ossis
listen
and
to
Ducher says it
me
can be
and
distracting,
listening
but
to
I'm
the text
becoming
to
used to
speech.
the TTS voice. At Antonio
That's fine.
and Rizzo
Banana
says
hates
not
the
really, I
text-to-speech
can just
voice.
tune it out as well unless it gets louder than you. At Brecci
Okay, that's the thing. I've been
says
working
not
on
for
the
me,
volume.
but
I
I
tried
have
to-
ACT and autism, so
I
this
tried
is
to
easy
make it
mode for me. Only two voices.
15% lower.
At Let's Play
Two
Gaming
voices, just me and the
5411
robot
says
voice.
the text-to-speech is not distracting at all. I use a similar one on Minecraft.
All right. That's cool. Because when I'm upstairs, I kind of mute it and bring it back, mute it and bring it back. It's
Angel
much easier. I can do
420
it with one
says I
finger.
enjoy hearing the text-to-speech lol. At Anastasia
Well, I thought it would be kinda cool-
7267 says yeah, it's really cool hearing my name. At Go
Yeah, I thought it'd be
ZWAR
cool
says
for, like,
switching
that's one of the
between
reasons
platforms
I
is
did
always
that,
hard.
like-
You're best sticking to one. At Meat12 says I
Well,
would
that's
try
why
to
I'm
join
trying
a
to
cult
get
even
it
though I am
over
not
on
blind so that I
Twitch.
could be the person watching for zombie.
Well, good. We need some sighted people in the cult. Definitely need some sighted people. I mean, I've spoken to the people from YouTube. I've
At
got, with
Mateo Y. Curry
2.5 million
Sissa says for my
subscribers,
legally
they give
blind
me
ass it's not
some.
annoying or distracting, it is good for me, but I wish she had a better voice.
Yeah, that's the text-to-speech that you're listening to is custom designed for me by the person that runs Caster Labs. Like literally, the person made it just for me. It's called Caster Labs Low Vision. Like it's not available. You can't get it anywhere. And I was
Absurd
having
Sitch says
trouble
I can
with
imagine
Caster
being
Labs
tired of
on
the
the
voices
PC.
banana. Perhaps something like the sound of cicadas after
Yeah.
a certain point. At
Yes,
Joni
she
BC
gets
says
sick
I'm a
of it.
weirdo. I used to watch TV, talk on the
But-
phone, listen to music, and do my homework all at the same time. Didn't know I was off back then. At the Toy Collector Offsville
There's a-
6428 says
Hold on,
what
I'll finish
instrument
that in
do
a
you
second.
play? I have been playing the piano since age 2.
Oh, jeez. Hold on. NDI. There we go. I put that on mute for a second. I hear there's voices up there. I hear there's someone. I wonder if they're going to look down and be like, "What is he doing? What is it?" I play the instrument known as the voice. That is my instrument. And I was saying the text-to-speech thing. The person made it like specifically for me. And the PC-based one was mildly unstable. So the goal was to just make a really, really stable text-to-speech. And the only voice, I think the voice that you guys are hearing is like a Microsoft Edge voice, or maybe it's I think it's a Google Translate voice. And it's not the most pleasant thing in the world to listen to. Like I like it when people super chat. The Gregory voice, that's a lot of fun. I also like the new voice when someone follows on Twitch. That does something pretty cool too. It's another British voice, but the voice that is built into Caster Labs that reads the text-to-speech for me, it's stable. I mean, it's so stable that it's upstairs transmitting to this earpiece here, and it generally doesn't ever stop running, which is the most important thing. I think I can get it back
Iron Fox
right
says
now.
the problem with TTS as a blind person every time messages read is like TTS roulette, it could go row. Anolated says, does he still live in
could
SD?
go row. Could go wrong.
At Joni BC says, oh, the
I'm in
benefit
the
of
San
starting a
Diego
church
area,
prior
yes.
to the zombie apocalypse is the tax exemption. At LT Iron Fox
Yeah,
says it could go
that's
wrong very
one
fast.
of the reasons I always wanted to
At
start
Reggie
one.
6532
get
says,
no
bye guys,
taxes, that'd be
perfect
great.
end to the day, had fun hanging out.
Bye, guys. I'm glad that you could join on this weird Thursday. I don't know if it's any more fun for you guys to have me sitting here squatting on a duck's butt with
At
the
Sirtsich
creepy
says, I know someone who was
uplight
considering
going on.
developing more voices for use in automation purposes. Do you think more options or variety would be valuable? Anolated says,
I
I
don't
always
know.
look out for you
I don't
with
feel
flags
like
and
I'm
scripts.
competing.
At Antonio and Rizzo
Oh,
says, what was the last
I
video
don't
game
surf
you
down
ever
there
saw
that
when you
much.
were a kid or
I'm
just
more up
game
in
like
North
chess?
County. San Andreas. Grand Theft Auto San Andreas was the last video game that I kind of played. I couldn't see it. And I was a big
At
chess player,
Jamisalman
like when I was a
328
kid.
says you need to
From
AI your
like
voice
the
into
age
text
of
to
like,
voice.
no, I don't want to do that. I want to go down that road because then my voice will be AI and people will be stealing it and using it for things I don't want them
At
to.
Meat12 says, I wonder how many
Yeah, I used to
blind
play
people there are
chess
in this
a
chat.
lot. I was, as a kid, I was a sailor, a competitive sailor, from age like 9 through 17 mostly. And when I went to regattas in between races, or when we were waiting for wind to come up, or whenever I had the opportunity, I used to play chess. And I had enough vision back then that I could actually like look at the chessboard
At
and
Jamisalman
kind of plan and
328
strategize.
says,
Like,
love
I
it,
used
this is
to
what the
love
internet is for
chess.
lol.
The internet's for a blind guy squatting on a duck's butt. I mean, I suppose I could be doing something a little more entertaining here, but the fact that I got this to
says, I
work, you
think
can
so.
see
He has
me
a
a little
business email,
bit.
I believe. Tell him to reach out.
Yeah, I mean, if you have business stuff that you need me for.
At Joni BC says,
there's definitely
LT,
ways
I'm
to
going to
find
have
me.
you keep an eye on everything here. If you don't mind, holler to Pete if you need me to come back and take care of something. At Antonio and
I
Rizzo
can
says, do you
probably,
say like E3 or
wrap
something
this
now,
up
or
in
are
a
you
little
just
bit.
retired? At the Toy Collector Offsville
He's talking
6428
to
says,
me.
what do you get when you cross a cow and a dog? Milk and quackers.
Milk and quackers. Yeah, the person, I'm not retired. What would I
At
be?
Benjamin
And
Cook
E3,
says,
like
hi
I'm
from
not
Newfoundland,
military. I
thanks
was
for
never
making
military.
videos.
Ooh, wow, all the way over in Newfoundland. That's pretty cool. What's up? That's quite a distance away. Thank you for watching. Had someone in Western Australia, WA, on
Sunrose 8
Tuesday
says, hey
night. That
Pete,
was
how's the
very
water?
exciting. This water, I'm a wuss when it comes to getting into like I get cold so easily. Like I'm always so cold. I'm like frozen all the time. I don't have a lot of body fat, so that doesn't help. But I'm also just a wuss. And this water, like I won't get in unless it's like 90. The pool, it's got jets. It's got a, there we go. There's a follow on Twitch, and it's gonna say the name out loud. Ready? It's supposed to do it. Oh no!
Says you look so
Wait,
ominous.
no.
At Antonio and Rizzo
I don't
says
know, he
E3
didn't
like
say
in
it.
chess
But
like
thank you for the
onto
follow.
there.
Oh, I thought you were saying like military or retired. Oh yeah, I don't know why that didn't read that out loud. Maybe that was a raid starting. I don't know what that was. I don't know what that noise was. I still gotta figure out what all the different noises are. Oh yeah. So that, it's a spool. Like it's not like mostly think about this as a giant oversized jacuzzi. It's got like 8 jets, so like 8 people can be sitting in here. They can all have their own jet, different heights, different speeds. The waterfall can be
At
running.
Janastuer
So you wouldn't get into a
2938 says,
jacuzzi
I
if it was
just
like
joined from
80
Kentucky.
degrees.
I'm usually a casual watcher and I admire everything
What's
you
up?
have pushed to do and not let your vision keep you from doing. Love your uplifting attitude. I am Magoo says, not sure,
Appreciate
but I
that.
saw.
Thank you.
At Joni BC says you
Banana
have Brazil,
is- oh,
the
thank you
Netherlands,
very much. I
Sweden,
appreciate
the
the
UK,
sub.
New Zealand, and Western Australia in
Oh
the past
wow,
week.
all over the place. And Hawaii, Dawn in Hawaii.
At LT Iron Fox says I'm not a
Banana's
mafia
hanging
or
out
on
with
Twitch. I
a
can try
woman
to
that used
report
to
people.
play.
That's about it.
Yeah.
At GoCowsy
yeah.
WAR says it was a
is out with
subscription
a
for
girl
6
that was a
months.
D1. Oh, that's what that
At the Toy
was. A
Collector Offsville
subscription.
6428
That's really
says
cool.
there are chessboards for blind people. We have one somewhere.
Oh.
At GoCowsy WAR says
that
you will
sounds
need to
kinda
add that
cool.
TTS.
Thank you for the subscription.
At
Yeah,
Let's Be Gaming
I don't know why I didn't read
5411 says
that.
the noise is from someone
So this is,
resubscribing
oh,
on Twitch.
that's a follow. Okay, that's what that was.
Absurd Sage just followed.
Absurd Sage just followed. Okay, so there's so many things that can happen on Twitch. So that was a new follow, and I have to manually tick all this stuff, and I'm doing it with text to speech. Like, people are like, oh, who gives you help with this channel? Like, nobody. Like, Brooks doesn't know how to run the channel. Banana certainly doesn't know how to run the channel. It's all me. So I went through Twitch this morning.
Iron Fox says it was just a follow.
And I set up. Yeah, that's a follow. That's another follow. So Steve's head comes
Ayamagu
up.
just followed.
Ayamagu just followed. Thank you. All right, so I don't know if you guys can tell, but there's a slightly different noise that's happening. It's doing that, and there's also
says what happened to your
bell.
eyesight again, and is there any way to return it back to normal? Dankmfangel 420 says it might be from a previous
Do you
donation.
not think
Ayamagu.
if there was some
Absurd
way
says, fun
to
fact,
get my
one of your
eyesight
stream
back,
tags
I
on
would
Twitch
do
is
it?
taste, right before test, hahaha.
Oh, that's funny. It was supposed to be taste test. It was supposed to be one word.
At
You think I'm like sitting here enjoying being blind? I'm like yelling at someone. Sorry, I'm yelling at someone. But that question drives me nuts. That's a super chat. I know that sound, so something's going to get read out loud.
Sunrose 8 says playing chess blind is like its whole category. At Joni BC says
What
Fire
happened?
Fist.
Why
He had
didn't it-
Stargards, it's irreversible. At Antonio and Rizzo says I think he said it
still
in the
have it.
MR Beast video. Blind. Dave says good morning, how are you today?
I wonder why. So there was
Pugsley 14 says hi, I
morning,
love you.
very early where you are.
At Sunshine
I don't understand why
3914
that
says
super
you've got
chat
Joni.
Sounded like someone just super
420
chatted
says
like
you're
a
right,
super chat,
Sunrose.
but didn't say anything.
At Firefist 5231 says my bad, I'm a little slow. At Firefist 5231
All right.
says low.
I'm like yelling at people. But like, yeah, like, is there a way to get your eyesight back? Oh yeah, I haven't made time. I haven't made time to go down to the eye doctor and get my eyesight back. I'm just walking around being blind. It's a great time. Oh, I don't know what you
At
did.
Ivan HS25
I'm not
says
in
hi, I'm
charge here.
blind too.
All right. Well, welcome to our big, fun, exciting club of not being able to see stuff. It's a good time. You know, have you made time to go down to your local doctor's office and get your eyesight back? You haven't gotten around
Dave
to that
says, yeah,
lately.
it's 5 a.m. in the UK here. Pugsley 14 says, what is your favorite thing to do other than surfing?
One of my friends are telling me about some
At
crazy
Gokazi
stuff
WAR says
going
it was
on in Ireland
$1.99
right now.
super chip.
Oh, okay.
At Joni BC
so
says
it
that's
doesn't,
okay.
it
You
doesn't
asked a
read it
sincere
out
question
loud.
and we try to answer the question
gotta be
sincerely
$3
most of
or
the
more.
time. At Firefist
And then I
5231
sometimes
says, don't
lose
worry,
my
I'll fix it,
patience
trust.
and yell at people.
At Caspin Yates says, what's up? I hope your day is going well.
What's up? My day's going pretty well because this is working. Like, I'm actually kind of shocked that it's working. I'm actually kind of shocked that you guys are
Line. Dave
letting
says,
me
love
get
your
away with
account
having
and you
this
are so
much
inspiring.
text-to-speech
Keep up the
going.
good work. 14 says for me it's 11:58.
That's another follow on Twitch.
At Antonio and Rizzo says,
11:58.
do you make puns about
Goku's
your
Wa
blindness like
just
see you later
followed.
to someone you don't like or just
Goku's
joke?
Wa just followed.
Dankmfangel 420
Oh, yeah,
says he
I
likes
see you
listening to
later.
audiobooks and movies and he scatterboards also.
I do all sorts of
Gawk
things
Hosmer says,
like
since
that.
you're
I
on
love it when
Twitch,
the
I moved
mods
over
like
here
answer
too.
questions for me. Thank you. I appreciate that. I will tell you guys why, hopefully in the next week. But
I
maybe
am
in the
Magoo says,
next
wouldn't
week
it
or
be
two.
nice to have a cure and not just get
Twitch
told
is
for 20
getting
years that they are working on it? Sunrose 8 says, hey Pete, have you ever thought
Twitch
about
is getting
skydiving?
behind this show, which I'm excited about.
Dankmfangel 420 says,
I
thank you,
don't
Kako.
like. Hold on, I'm gonna answer
At
those two
Joni
things.
BC says those
yeah,
aren't
thank you,
puns.
Gakko.
Antonio,
Gakko,
they're just
Gakko.
figures of speech. At Antonio and Rizzo says, my
Hold
bad.
on, yeah. There we go. What was I going to answer? Now I forget what I was going to answer. I completely forgot what I was going to... I muted it because I was going to answer a couple things. Oh, yes. Like, oh my God. Ever since I got diagnosed when I was 8, they were like, we'll have this figured out by the time you're 18. Like, it was a promise from like the head of the institute I used to go to. And they like, you're definitely... And I remember thinking like, oh, I'll be able to see by the time I'm 18. Like, I'm going to go pro in some sport. I'm going to get my vision back. I'm going to be like a MLB pitcher. Maybe I'll be like a NFL running back. Like I really like thought they were going to figure it out and I'd be able to do something like that. And then that didn't happen. By the time I was 18, they're like, we're definitely going to have this figured out by the time you're 28. And it's like literally whatever age you are, you go see the doctors about your eyesight issues and they'll just tell you, oh, we're going to fix it in 10 years. But I heard that enough times that I stopped listening to it. There was someone that called 2 weeks ago and he was talking about some trials, and even Sarah hit me up. She's like, these are real trials. I'm like, yeah, I know they're real trials. There's real trials all the time. the real trials that on paper they're showing you that they're going to cure this thing. They're going to figure out how to cure the eyesight issues. And they have enough stuff on paper that they get funded and funded and funded, and then all of a sudden it never works, and somehow the company goes out of business. And it's like, it's this big money grab for people to say they can cure blindness. But in my lifetime, I've obviously never seen it, and I've become extremely jaded about it, if you can't tell from the tone of my voice. It's frustrating being promised all the time that they're going to fix your eyesight, and then having them not do it. There, I had to go on that rant for a second.
Caller talked with you.
I'm sitting here on a duck.
Said hi.
Floating around in some warm water, talking to a bunch of my friends and fans, and I'm
Huxley
ranting
14 says,
at them
"What is
about
your favorite animal?"
my favorite animal
the camera
is
is tracking the other
super
duck across
dog.
the pool now.
Oh, it is? Why is it doing that? And where is the other duck? Wait, where the hell is the other duck? Hello, other
says
duck,
it's back
where
on
are you?
Now.
Okay, all right. Maybe I needed
Blind.
to
Dave
move
says,
a
what
little
app are you
bit.
using to read all of these comments?
I was talking about it before. It's a
Heck
custom.
of a thunderstorm here in Pennsylvania with humid as heck. How's the weather been over there?
Oh, it's beautiful.
The toy
It's been
collector
beautiful
Still
here.
6,428 says quack.
I use
Huxley
Castor
14
Labs
says behind you.
caffeinated to read the text
Let's
messages
Gaming
to me.
5411
yeah,
says
so I think,
the camera is following the other duck now. It just went back low.
all right.
Adma
Stupid.
Tejabon
Stop following the other duck.
3983
Like,
says
why
hi.
is it, oh, Matea Brown, what's going on?
At Joni
we were
BC
trying
says
to figure
real
out
trials
what
are great, but they help only a certain percentage of people,
Banana's
if at all.
favorite gift was that you sent last night. I don't think you were in the show last night,
says hello
Matea.
from a fellow Blindy, trying to figure out
But
how to type on there. Love hearing the
Well, it's difficult.
Angel 420 says been hot here.
I will answer.
Pugsley 14 says push backwards.
Hold on.
At
push
Joni
back?
BC says
Really?
hi Matea.
No, I lost the phone.
4,424 says your podcast voice
At
sounds
Made
like
Jab
Coastal
Brown
Dude.
3983 tip
At Antonio and Rizzo says,
$9.99
"Yo, bro, I
through
don't know
super
if you are
chat.
religious, but if
Full
you are, do you
time.
look forward to heaven where you will probably
Full
be able to
time.
see?"
That's right.
At Matejabron 3,983.
Yeah, okay. Oh, so there we go. So I had to mute that. I don't know why the other stupid duck is getting tracked. I mean, it's supposed to be face recognition software, and this is a face. Like, I have a face, but that's a duck. Matea just, her and Sarah basically fully funded the Blind Guy Unboxing. So anybody that likes Blind Guy Unboxing, thank Matea and Sarah. Mostly, they've sent basically everything. But yeah, we were talking last night. Banana was on. She looked regal, according to Sarah, by the way. She said that her favorite thing that she's ever gotten for a Blind Guy Unboxing was the towel. And I don't know if you know, Matea, like you just sent it here, but it was huge and it was super soft, and she's been using it in the house, and she's been using it at the beach. It is the towel that I have around my shoulders while I'm wearing the kilt as a thumbnail in a couple of videos. So that was her favorite thing. NDI with iPhone. Hopefully the camera
Good to
stopped
see ya.
following the other stupid duck.
Dockhouse
I
says the
thought I
other
didn't
duck
even know
patterns
there was.
actually looks kinda like a face with the tie-dye patterns on it. I am
Well,
Magoo says, do you have a
stop
favorite book
following
that
the
you
other
wrote? I
duck.
have listened to all four, started with I Talk to Adams. Dan
I
Angel 420
personally like
says,
The
"Hey,
Skill
pause."
Conspiracy.
At
My
Astonishing
favorite book that I
DL3TS
wrote
says,
is The
"Yay."
Skill Conspiracy.
Pugsley
That is
14 says,
super
"Push
awesome that
backwards to
you
touch the
did
dog."
all four of my books.
At Oral
Where- so the other duck is
8761
directly
says
behind me?
text to speech instead of having to zoom in to read fast chat.
If
At
I
Johnny
oh,
BC
there's the
says,
other duck. He's
"Banana
right
always
behind
looks
me.
Fantastic.
So if I
Janaster
put him, if I
2938
drag the other
says,
duck
"Random
next to
question
me,
for you.
there we go.
I am curious if someone in your life
Every
has
question
ever
is
played a prank
random.
on you that you look back on now and absolutely love the story. Dank
No.
Angel 420
No.
says, "Pug, he's
No,
fine."
No, I'm not a big prank. I had a girlfriend, the one that I was with before, Banana, that used to play pranks, and they were not in good spirit. They were not in good humor. They were not nice. They didn't make me feel good about myself. I was losing my eyesight, and she was basically like having fun at my expense. She would, I'll tell you one if I can get through it without getting distracted by the text-to-speech. But for example, we would go out to restaurants together.
At Matejabron
and-
3983 says, "Skill is awesome. Just started Adams." Dank
Oh,
Angel
I talked to
420
Adams is
says she
rated
was mean.
higher. Yeah, she was super mean, that last girlfriend. NDI. So I didn't expect The Skill Conspiracy. I didn't expect I Talked to Adams to be so popular. People loved that book. When I wrote that one, I was like, that was weird book. I mean, obviously I love, but like, you know, once you're done with something, you like step back and you kind of look at the project and like, this is weird. I don't know if people are going to get it, but people loved that book. Skill Conspiracy to me was super fun. It was like just a fun adventure, like going to Ecuador and the space station. And the two characters, Alden and Annie, were kind of based on the personality of me and Banana. So that one's a really fun book for me. But yeah, so like that girl, like, she knew I liked ribs, and I couldn't read menus on my own. I've told this story before, but just as an example, like why her pranks weren't funny. And we'd go out to some restaurant I'd never been to, and she'd be like, "Oh, they have a rib plate called the Smoking Kickin' Ribs." You know, she's like, "Order that." And so, you know, the woman would come around and she'd order like, you know, some salmon or something like that, and I'll be like, "I'll take the Smoking Kickin' Ribs," and the server's like, "I don't know what you're talking about." And I'm like, "Yeah, you know, the Smoking Kickin' Ribs." And then eventually, like, you know, I'm confusing the poor server, and then that girlfriend of mine is giggling away, and she'd never like explain, you know, like I was, you know, she just made me look like an ass, like a lunatic, like ordering something that wasn't on the menu. And she would tell me things that happened, that didn't happen, tell me people were doing things that they didn't do, and also, you know, she would get away with doing things in front of me. It's just, her idea of pranks was not cool. So that's when someone asks me about pranks, that's what I think about, that girlfriend that like was not super
Huxley 14 says
nice.
not okay.
Definitely not okay.
At LT Iron Fox says, what does your screen reader say on your Stream Manager on your device when you are on? The Stream Manager is on the 5th panel. When swiping to the left, it's one leftmost button, 3 button down. Gawkhouser says, when will you and Banana get married? Any plans for that?
We are married. We got
BC
married.
says that's why she wasn't the person for you.
Yeah, she definitely was not the person for me. I'm not wearing my wedding ring tonight. I explained earlier, if that thing gets wet, it falls off. So I didn't want to risk it falling off in the pool and me never being able to find it. I also don't wear it while I'm surfing, but it is upstairs, safely away where I know where it is.
Says now
What up,
she's
Sunshine?
kicking herself.
Yeah, I wonder.
At Antonio and Rizzo says, were you ever insecure about your blindness?
Yeah, I spent like 25 years being insecure about my blindness. I'm still insecure about my blindness. It's not awesome knowing that everybody around you has a
I thought you
superpower
called
and you
Banana
don't.
as your girlfriend. Sorry, I'm not keeping up very well.
No, it's fine. You
At
don't
Let's
need
Be
to keep
Gaming
up with every aspect of my
5411
life.
says pranks are good unless everyone is laughing. At Joni
Yeah,
BC says email me her name.
there's like a whole-
I'll track her down. Peter Regulai says
There's a whole
hi.
other channel, like
Huxley
two
14 says
gay
it looks
guys,
like you
one of
don't
them's
have legs.
blind. I don't
At
know.
Detective
I got legs.
3983
And
says
one's
that's
always
me.
playing
That's why
pranks
you're
on
with
the
Banana.
other.
Sunrose 8
And
says there's a
I-
YouTuber that's
I-
blind and like almost all of his content is his partner playing pranks on him. Hopefully
Yeah,
stay.
that's what I'm, okay.
I am Magoo says it isn't a prank unless everyone laughs at it.
I don't know the name of that channel, but I've heard some of the stuff, and like if that works for them, if they're enjoying it, like cool. But I honestly, as a blind person, even this is what I've been trying to do with my channel this year. I have unfollowed all of the other blind content creators, just kind of for my own mental health reasons. I could get into it, but it was too much blind content for me. At first, I was getting fed all this stuff, and a lot of people. You know, and I've been guilty of this at times earlier in my career. You're doing stuff because the algorithm wants you to do stuff. And I have a feel, I don't know these two people. I could be completely wrong. But if I was the blind guy in that relationship and every video we posted was my partner playing a prank on me, like the role you're expected to play on YouTube or on social media, like that's who he is. And he's supposed to be the good spirited, ah ha 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 ha, that was funny. And also, don't think for a second that a lot of those things aren't set up by both of them. Like he's not getting surprised all the time. That's just not the way it works. And I feel bad for him. Like it was like, oh no, he's totally into it. From my perspective, I wouldn't be into it. I don't want to be the butt of jokes all the time. I don't want to, hey, you didn't see that. Isn't that funny? So I've tried to add a lot more realism into my channel, real things, you know, arguments going on out, difficulties that I have, hard things that I've had to deal with. I'm trying to be more honest with myself and with my audience. You know, someone asked a couple minutes ago, you know, is it difficult for your self-esteem being blind? It is, but the best thing you can do is face it and be honest with it. And you know, Banana always tells me, like, tell her when something is making me feel uncomfortable. Tell her when something feels off or feels wrong or makes me feel bad. And I've just found being honest and expressing myself and not having to hide it. Because I spent 20 years like trying to hide the fact that I was losing my eyesight. Like I would, topic I've covered a million times. I used to just try and like not let people know. And that was bad, bottling it up. It was not great for my self-esteem. It wasn't great for my mental health, my physical health. It's just yeah, with iPhone. Being honest and being truthful, I think, has been way better for me going forward.
At Colin Mate says hi. First time catching
what
a
up,
stream.
Colin Mate?
Love your videos. They always make my week better.
I think it's funny. If this is the
blind
first time
questions
for.
bother you from us-sighted people?
I don't know. It depends. It depends on whether it's like an honest question or someone being like, "Do you walk into walls?" Because I know they're like giggling, like, "Oh, it'd be so funny watching a blind guy
At
walk into walls."
At
least that's the way I
for cool
interpret it.
stream. Pugsley
Yeah,
14 says, and this is a blind guy unboxing. At Antonio and
Blind
Rizzo says,
guy
are you religious? And
unboxing.
if you are, do you look forward to being able to see in heaven?
You've asked that before. I feel like I want to turn on the waterfall because the microphone is like right next. Oh, but if I do that, I wonder if I can do it. No, I don't think I can. If I do it, then I lose the
chat.
chat.
It took to hide it. It makes me tired just hearing you talking about
It was
the strategies you
exhausting.
used
It was
to
like
fake being able to
yeah,
see.
it's like a full-time job trying to make people think I wasn't blind. Like literally, I get
Pugsley
to
14
put all
says,
that
do
effort into doing
ITTT.
something. But I'll lose the chat. Hold on, maybe I don't know if I
At Johnny
have the
VC
app
says
on
not
this
all
phone.
of the videos
Hold
are
on.
pranks. They have
You
some
guys are
great
gonna lose
content
me.
about Paul's diminishing sight. He's down to 5%. Adaptive tour at museums. Life W a guide dog. At MRG James 666 says, have you done a collab with the blind skater guy? I'm sorry, I don't remember
Yeah.
his name. I
Anthony
find him very
Ferraro.
wholesome, and in my mind I relate your content with his.
This is
Angel
no, I
420
can't do
says,
it.
yeah, it has to be tiring. At Antonio and Rizzo says, my bad. Pugsley
I'll
14
I'll
says
do
that's
the
right.
waterfall for you guys another time, because if I turn on the waterfall, I will end up losing the chat, and I don't want to lose
At
the chat.
Hippopotamata
Otherwise, I'm just sitting here and talk by
9932
myself.
says, hello, love from Brazil.
What up,
At
hip hop?
Colin
Hey,
Mate
now we're
says, did you
in
ever
Brazil.
get used to
That's
not
cool.
being able to see? Being born with vision? Gawkowser
No,
says your
still
messages
not
will
used
get
to
through
it.
to Pete if you guys don't use internet speak so much. The TTS doesn't
I
really
wish.
translate well to him. At
I mean, I feel like I'm
88,688
getting most of it.
says his plan worked. At Amanda
What
Briss
was his plan?
4470 says looks like you're having fun in the pool.
I
Metric
am.
Elegant says,
I
lean
get a
back
lot
on
of
the
text to
dock.
speech
Sitting
going
like
on.
that has to make your back hurt.
It is
At
making my back
Antonio
hurt,
and
but if I
Rizzo says,
lean
"Yo, my bad,
back,
Pete forgot about it."
I don't remember what you forgot about. Is this? I feel like
Sunrose 8
I'm
says,
just
sorry,
giving you guys like a
asked
weird
this, but have
crotch
you
shot
thought
when I'm
about
leaning back.
skydiving? Seems pretty accessible.
Oh, yeah, I didn't. Skydiving, some things I'm good with and some things I'm not. Falling
At
and
the
roller
Joy Collector
coasters.
Off
I've done
Still
roller coasters. Those make me
6428 says,
sick.
should I unsubscribe from your
And
channel since I'm blind too?
No. I mean, I don't know if you feel if I've offended you, I suppose. I just needed a break. I needed a break from hearing about blindness all the time, if you know what I mean. Like, I talk about it a lot on my channel, and when I want to go on social media, I wanted to get some like stand-up comedy, some funny stuff, some relief.
At Joni BC
And
says,
because I
Toy
was
Collector.
subscribed to
No,
it.
that's just his preference.
Yeah, when I was subscribed to like all
At Colin Mate says,
the
love your
blind
videos,
people.
By the way, they always make my week better.
Thank you, I appreciate that. And I was just getting fed blind content all day, every day. I was like, oh my God, like I just need a break from thinking
Pugsley
about
14
blindness.
says,
Like,
I can just imagine how skydiving would go.
yeah, you know, like I just needed a break. Hold on, I do want to address this because I feel like I was coming off like a bit of an a-hole. I'm just sitting here relaxed on a duck and, you know, letting things come out. But you know, I don't like to focus on blindness throughout the day. I get that my channel is Blind Surfer, but I don't walk around all day like I'm blind. Like I don't bring it up to Banana. I don't bring it up to my friends. I live my life. I don't think about the fact that I'm blind too much, especially because my life is set up. You know, I'm comfortable in the studio. I'm comfortable in my house. Comfortable with my
Pugsley
friends.
14 says
Comfortable
quick.
surfing. Quick. So I don't think about blindness too much. And when I go on social media, I want to be entertained.
Safari
I
Pierce
want
C70
to
says hi.
not think about. Whoa, what was that?
Lalatwapa
What
says,
did I
what
do?
was your
Okay,
favorite voice
hold on.
acting gig? Do you prefer movies or commercials?
Movies. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, I feel like that might have been offensive, which is why I'm spending a minute on this. So I unsubscribed temporarily because I needed a break from other people's blind problems. Like I got my own blind problems, and when I have to address them, I address them. But I didn't want to listen to the other people's stuff constantly. in my feed, it was literally just like all blind people all the time. So I hope that wasn't offensive. And the skydiving thing, I don't think it has anything to do with being blind. Even when I could see a little, I didn't like roller coasters. And I did one of those iFly things. You guys ever done that? You go into one of those like air chambers and you're wearing like a wingsuit and it's supposed to simulate skydiving. I did it. I actually did it for my birthday like 5 or 6 years ago. And I was okay when I was doing it, or at least I thought I was. And then I got out. I got out of the chamber and I was like, oh, I feel like I'm gonna puke. And it was my birthday, and my birthday, I always like to go and eat a bunch of ribs and have a couple of good drinks to go with the ribs. And I was like, I feel like I'm gonna puke. And he was like, you still want to do the ribs? I'm like, well, I'm not gonna not have ribs for my birthday, but that sensation almost ruined it for me. So out of all the many things I've done, especially on this channel, skydiving is not one that I'm interested in doing. There's a skydiving place like 3 miles away. What was so loud? How did we had like a bunch of people subscribing on Twitch all at once for a minute there, which is kind of exciting. The new noises, the new sound effects. Oh God, did I almost just yawn? What time is it? It is 9:16 p.m. 9:16. I think I started this thing at 8.
She uses it every morning. At Vendetta Suki
she
says,
uses
hi,
it
morning,
every
Pete.
morning.
Good
morning. I wonder where you are.
Says, please be careful with your phone. At Antonio and Rizzo
yeah, I don't want
says,
to drop
Joni BC
that.
knows what it's about.
I got a lot of stuff. I've got a wireless microphone here. I've got the wireless headphone. I've got one phone in my pocket, which I don't dare to try and get out. I'm holding this one because it's
just speaking in a pool by yourself. D.
I've never done this before. I've never been in the pool before. And I think if the chat stopped going.
I feel like Pete likes to talk about a lot his books. Surfing. Well, he is addressing this point, but the humor in the videos are normally because people are curious or things happen. An example is with the unboxings and eating stuff. The blindness is involved. But Pete is just being himself. Wow. At Colin Mate says you holding your phone in a pool gives me anxiety, not going to lie.
Sorry. Thank you for that explanation.
Necrothedrigan says you remind me of that one blind lawyer that J.K. Simmons played as in Growing Up Fisher. At Vendetta
What?
Suki says
Blind lawyer? Wouldn't that be Matt Murdock? Oh, Belgium, nice. Man, we are all over the world tonight. That's impressive.
11:16 p.m. here in Alabama. At
11:16 in Alabama.
Water boxes for your phones.
Oh, yeah, but you know what the annoying thing about the OtterBox is? The text to speech or any audio when it comes out of it sounds terrible. Like those things are so waterproof that the sound coming out of them is so like. I didn't know any better. All of my first iPhones had OtterBoxes on them, and then finally when I took the phone out of the OtterBox, I was like, oh my God, everything sounds so much better.
Have a great summer.
Thank you. That's very cool. Summer starts next weekend. Very excited for that. Sweet Home Alabama. Hi, what's going on? Geez, I feel like I'm now like feeling guilt about the rant I went on before about other blind people and stuff. I'm not a grumpy person. I think you guys know from my videos. I generally love my life. I'm very happy. I'm easily entertained. Pennsylvania, you guys had a big thunderstorm. I just heard that earlier on. It's very muggy there, I guess.
At Colin Mate says, first time catching a stream. Does the text to speech or keeping up with chat ever get overwhelming? At Antonio and Rizzo says, question for Joni BC. What is your relation with Pete? Pugsley 14 says
she's just an awesome person who helps out the channel. I answered that for you, Joni. Joni's just been a long-time viewer that I found her comments very interesting and vulnerable and informative. And she's been a long-time follower and sounded like a responsible person, so I asked her to be a mod. Thank you.
Awful, no OtterBoxes unless we can improve the audio.
Yeah, the audio is terrible. I was saying I didn't mean to come off as grumpy. Honestly.
Pugsley 14 says the storms we go.
What just happened? Oh, it's telling me this stupid thing. Anybody use Yahoo? Where's the phone? I keep losing the phone.
Curry says don't fart in the pool. You will blow the ducks out of the water. Lol. At Jamal Murray,
I use Yahoo Mail for one of my accounts.
Pissmaster
now it keeps telling me I have to check in or else. Pissmaster? What up, Pissmaster?
Says, hey Colin Mate, I think he said it slowed down by 50%. At Joni BC says Antonio.
Oh.
I've been following for years.
Yeah, I've got the.
Pugsley 14 says get here ain't bad. At Antonio and Rizzo says yo, that's kinda sick, not in a bad way.
I've got the text to speech running at 60 or 65, and it can. Oh, I think I got some water on the phone, and it can go. It can go up to 100 speed, which is what I normally listen to it at. Like the speed that you guys are listening to text to speech right now, it's actually. It's not driving me nuts in the sense that I can't stand it, but like I would never listen to it that slow. Like it's so slow. I absorb the information much quicker than that normally. Like I can read an article faster than someone that's actually using their eyeballs to read, I think, because I listen to it so fast. But I was told in the very beginning when I was doing this that my text-to-speech was too fast and no one could follow along. So I decided to slow it down for other people. But yeah, a couple people tonight like, all right, that's too fast. But which is why I put it on the screen. It's not on there now. I took it off for a second. But yeah, on the I put the thing on the screen so you can hear it and see it. Hold on. NDI with iPhone.
Says, I heard some
I wonder if
I
wonder if you guys can tell. I asked before, but now it's like really dark, I think.
At Trompetbro 915 says boosted up to 70.
Well, I can't do it now. It's upstairs. The phone that's running this.
He doesn't mind my weird tangents. I feel very lucky in that regard. I am a
love
who
the
says you did a
tangents.
short
I love
that
when
showed
people.
how fast you listen to it, but I also listen at 100%. At Lamate
Yeah, I mean, when you're blind and you listen to text-to-speech.
And I almost peed myself.
Well, wasn't the name Pissmaster? I thought that was the name of the person.
Pugsley 14 says good morning.
It sounded like that's what it was.
Antonio
Good morning.
Enrico says is music better now than what it was when you could see, and what is your favorite genre of music?
The music now is terrible, but everybody says that. Everybody when they get older, like music when I was younger is so much better.
Dude, I didn't know you stream live. I love your content.
I stream live all the time.
At Gymnastier 2938 says, haha, I am the same way when listening to my audiobooks, and if I don't have headphones in and a friend walks in, they always ask how I can understand it.
So I don't listen to...
At Jamal Murray 2N says, what made you start doing YouTube videos?
When did I start doing YouTube videos? January 1st, 2020. Well, actually, hold on. The pool is about 4.5 feet deep at its deepest. It's a spool. It's a spa. I started doing YouTube videos. I posted it. I did a video of me showing how fast I could text when it was still like QWERTY keyboard texting. I think it was like 2007 or something like that. I had like a viral video way before videos went viral. I had a couple other channels. I was hosting a couple different shows for a radio station on YouTube. It never popped. It never got very popular. I was doing it. It was like local Boston sports, and I don't know, 200, 300, 400 views per video if I was lucky. But I started this channel on January 1st, 2020. I ordered my first Sony camera like the week before, and I told Banana, I was like, I'm gonna do a YouTube channel. And like we woke up on New Year's Day, and I was like, come to the beach with me, film me surfing, like just kind of dragged her down there. And you know, no expectations. Again, Don in Hawaii, who was like hanging out in the chat earlier, he was like my only viewer for a while. I was like, hey, we got a viewer. Then Prairie Stork came along. I was doing videos, like I said, started January 1st, 2020. Kind of got popular on TikTok in October of 2021. And didn't get popular in YouTube until March or April of 2022, I think. And then it just skyrocketed. Like, it was crazy to watch. And now it's slow. But I used to, you know, I'd go to bed and I had like 300,000 followers. And then I'd wake up and it's like I had 480,000 followers. I'm like, holy hell, like while I was in bed? That's nuts. And, you know, I could have given up a million times. It was like 2 years of doing videos that no one was watching at all. No one, I guess that's relative. 200, 300, 400 views, 500 views maybe on a good day. I don't know if, I didn't feel like that was, knowing how many people were on YouTube and I was getting that little number, I was like, but I was in fun with it. Like all the early videos, you ever watch any of my early videos? Like we just had a blast. You know, Josh would show up here in the morning, would load up in his little transit van, would drive around, find a place to surf, and then we'd like film the after, you know, like we'd go to a restaurant afterwards or just go on like little adventures. And, you know, Banana had a blast. I had fun. Josh and Danny, then we met Brooks. And you know, eventually it became about shorts and everybody kind of got their own lives and a little more busy and we didn't have the time for the full length videos. But yeah, 2 years of just doing like long, full length videos with majorly long, overcomplicated surf sessions. And they weren't getting a lot of views, but we enjoyed it, so we kept doing it. NDI with iPhone. Every time I tap that button, I'm like, I don't know if it's going to come back. If it doesn't,
what's the most famous thing you voice act for? At LT Iron Fox says I saw Pete Gustin on the toilet video back in the day. That profile is
Oh my
interesting, but some of
God.
those videos should be filtered. Dank
Yeah,
420 says definitely welcome
I
everyone.
can't believe that's still there. I can't believe that
Antonio
one
and
still
Rizzo says,
exists.
so does that
Yeah,
mean
I'm
that
just
you like the Beatles or no music in general like Miguel's grandmother from Coco? Also, do you fish?
I don't fish. I don't like the Beatles. I love 80s music, but I also love 90s music. I don't know, starting in the 2000s, I just, everybody loves the music that they listened to in high school. In high school, I was listening to Porno for
0501 says,
Pyros,
were you
Alice
able
in
to listen to the
Chains,
broadcast of the World Cup match?
Stone Temple, but no,
At
I
Jamal
was
Murray
doing this,
2
I
and
think.
says, wish I came across your videos earlier.
That's okay. They're there now. Stone Temple Pilots, Pearl Jam, all the Nirvana, Soundgarden. That's the stuff they used to listen
At
to in high
Checkmate
school.
4 says, have you
in the
ever heard of
80s,
Ultra
it was
Kill?
like Motley Crue, no, Van Halen. Right now, I'm for my workouts, you're gonna be like, this guy has terrible taste in music. Oh, I like Led Zeppelin, like classic music or classic rock. Like I like Led Zeppelin,
Necrophedrican says, what are your
Aerosmith.
thoughts on Ozzy Osbourne?
I think it's ridiculous that they're trying to make a hologram version of him and keep him going. Like, I don't like that. That seems weird. I don't want holographic Pete after I die. That just seems kind of creepy. I did not watch the... God damn, my brain. Someone was just asking me something. I was about to answer it, and I
Angel
can't remember what it
420
was.
says, I prefer his solo work. At
Ozzy,
the
well,
5307 says,
did
do
you
I
know-
love Pearl Jam?
Yeah, Pearl Jam's good. Did you know that
At
Ozzy
Antonio and
didn't
Rizzo says
write
that's
most
not
of his
even
own
bad music
lyrics?
taste.
Oh, that's what I was going to tell you. No, the bad... I haven't gotten there yet.
At
I'll just tell you.
5307
Hyper
says my
Crush
favorite band.
is
At
like an
Sunshine
EDM band
3914
that
says
I've been
definitely
listening to for
joining
my
your call.
workouts. Like, I don't, thank you, I'm glad. I don't listen to Hyper Crush, like, during the day. But, like, when I do my workouts, I listen to Hyper Crush, and it, like, totally gets me going.
At
My
Resonate
favorite
says
song from them right
holographic
now is
sitting on a
called
deck in a
Rage.
pool in the backyard.
I mean, I guess, if that entertains you guys. The 80s music that I used to like was, like, Van Halen, Motley Crue.
At
I
Amandibris
always liked the Beastie
4470
Boys.
says, I bet that duck is a lot more comfortable than your surfing board, lol.
Flock of
At
Seagulls.
0501 says, were you able to listen to the
And
broadcast
I
of the World Cup
ran.
match?
I ran so... No, I already said no. I ran so far away. In the beginning of that song, it goes, banana.
At MR Paul
Every
Beasnick
song
says,
says
yeah, like
banana.
jazz?
No, I don't like jazz. I don't like jazz at all. That is not one I can get into. I cannot get into
Dank
jazz
Angel
music.
420 says most of none of the rocker and rollers actually wrote their own songs, they were bought.
Oh, that's what I was going to say. No, that's what I was going to... Thank you. Ozzy's bassist wrote most of his lyrics, no matter what
At
band he
Antonio
was
and
in.
Rizzo says,
He would
are
always
niggas with
partner
guns
up with the
dangerous for you?
bassist. They're dangerous for everybody, and no more
At
dangerous for me. I also happen to be a really good
5307
swimmer.
says, have you ever tried bowling?
Yes, there's a video of me bowling. I got a strike. You should check it out. It's like, can a blind guy bowl, I think is the video of it. Literally, I feel like at this point, when everybody asks, like, have you ever? I'm like, yes, and I have a video about it. Like, ever since I lost my eyesight, I've done more stuff now. I think because I lost my eyesight, I've attempted more things. I did soccer with a D1 Kentucky female
At
player.
Antonio and Rizzo says, like slide
I've
current.
snow skied.
Dank
I've
Angel
done
420 says, like Elvis never wrote a single song, lol.
rock climbing, wake surfing, wakeboarding, skimboarding, surfing, of course.
At Eligiguri
I've tried like
385 says, do you play any instruments? Also, Bill Ward is an awesome bass player. At Johnny BC
no,
says,
I
rivers
play-
with strong
I play the
currents are
voice.
dangerous for everyone.
Yeah,
At
they
the
are
Toy
exactly
Collector
dangerous
Skill
for everyone.
6428 says, you should listen to soundtracks from Toys.
What, Toys? Like the movie?
At
The movie Toys?
53,307
And Toy Collector, you've been here all
says,
night,
I've
man.
picked up bowling recently and I love it so much.
Bowling is fun, and I feel like I'm hearing the word Greek in your username, which is cool. I'm half Greek. Half Greek and half
At Antonio
English,
and
all
Rizzo says,
American.
not strong just like in
What up,
general, but I get it,
Antonio?
Joni BC.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, is it more dangerous for me than anybody else? I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Everything is dangerous for
At
everybody.
Jamal
Being a
Murray
human
2
being
says,
is
do you have a
fragile.
next stream planned? At
Yeah, I do
0501
streams
says, which
every
country do
Tuesday
you
and
support
Wednesday.
World Cup?
This
At
is
Master
a
2938 says
USA,
someone
I
should
guess?
create an intro mashup of all the bananas in song for Banana Haha.
Yeah,
At LT
I was
Iron
going
Fox
to
says,
do
"Pete has a gun
that.
and
So
shoots
I
better
was
than most
totally.
people. He has been there, he has done that.
Oh yeah,
At
yeah,
Matechagron
yeah. I've done
3983 says the most
target
current
shooting
one
as
is can a
well.
blind guy jump rope with Nisha. At INMR
Yep,
Golden Age
that's
says
another
first
one.
time catching you live. Necrophedrican
Well, cool.
says in part Polish and Welsh,
Hold
but
on,
also
hold on.
all American.
Oh, here comes Steve again. He's going to mess up the tracking. I bet you the tracking is going to start following Steve around instead of me. He's also probably getting bored. He probably wants me to go inside, be like, play with me. Stop sitting on your stupid duck. But to answer that question, yes, I stream every Tuesday and Wednesday. This is just a weird bonus thing that I decided to go sit on my duck and talk to you guys. Tuesdays, I schedule it for 6:45 p.m. Pacific time. I try to get to it a little bit earlier. It's kind of a busy day for me, so usually between like 6:15 and 6:45. But Wednesdays, that's when Brooks is always here and Banana joins. That's 6 p.m. Pacific is when we do the stream every single Wednesday. Steve has spotted somebody or something. So what time is it now? What is it? It is
9:30 p.m.
9:30. That's an hour and a half. I feel like that this thing has worked for this long. Hold on. NDI with iPhone. I feel like that it's worked for an hour and a half is a damn miracle. All the technology that I've got going on here and the fact that it's been working this entire time. Although I honestly have no idea how I look. Like
At the toy collector Offsville
be curious to find out.
Says no, not the movie toy. Actual musical baby toys.
Musical baby toys. That sounds weird. I don't know if I want to. You know what now I'm not. I've been in here so long.
Kind of cool.
I hope I can find the stupid camera. The last time I came on and did a stream out here, I lost the camera.
Do you ever go to Arboretums?
What's
an
Lucifer
Arboretum? Says I also passed my driver's license test today. I completely fumbled the parallel parking the first time. Lol.
Is Arboretums where birds are? Or that's an atrium. Arboretum is probably just where arbor. That's trees. So it's probably like an inside. I don't know which one I'm going to post on Saturday. I'm not sure which one. I've got a couple. All right, that's cool. That's good.
996 says hello. How's your night going?
Pretty good because everything's working. I feel like I should put up a. Oh, there was a cat? No way, there wasn't a cat out here. You sure it wasn't just Skylar?
Drive test didn't even cover parking.
Skylar's the little white dog that I've got. But if there was actually a cat back here, it's kind of weird. I just realized I was like giving you guys a foot show, which I told is like not cool. Like you're not supposed to show your feet on camera. I don't know why. I don't know why people care about feet.
At Resonate says Joni, I took my girlfriend kayaking after a hurricane in the local bayou. Good thing she was a good swimmer.
Jeez Louise, that sounds crazy.
Congrats, Lucifer.
Do you feel like should I do all the streams from out here in the pool just chilling? Like the couches, we got the new couch there. I carried that thing up on my back by myself, set it up. We got, Pete in lights.
996 says I'm glad everything's working.
I feel like I could actually, I don't want to mess it up though.
Says my username is my name backwards and then the grade. I'm actually Scottish.
Oh.
At Sunshine
okay, cool.
3914 says my cat. Dankmfangel 420 says
Steve was chasing your cat? That seems weird. Oh, good for you, Dankmfangel.
Something like that happened to me too in a river, not the current, but I went into the deep end. Joni BC. Sunrose 8 says internet is a weird place.
People having some tough time in the water.
At Joni
internet
BC
is a weird place.
Dankmfangel 400.
But yeah, I wonder if I should do this from the pool all the time.
At Resonate says
exactly. You get feet.
At Sunshine
outdoor plants. Well, Banana would like that.
Necrophagic says both the couch and the pool.
There we go. I'll light it up for you.
Sunrose 8 says congrats on the setup. Everything looks great.
Thank you. I'm glad it works. I'm really glad it works.
Feet, Lil Bro.
What up, Calca? Lil Bro? Why am I little?
Says yes because it's summer.
How big are you? Plants have also. Banana loves plants. I don't know. You guys. I don't think you can see it out here. It's all too dark. But
hope you're doing well.
What's up? Evelio, what's going on, man?
Resonate says really wild to feel all the textures of different plants and catching all the smells.
Banana, there's 53 potted plants out here. Banana is a huge gardener.
I was little, I can swim float now.
And it's really good to hear from Evelio. I met him in person a handful of times. He's been to no, don't say that to me, you lunatic. No one, hopefully no one runs behind me.
420 says first time joining one of your streams. Pete, good to see you around.
I gotta think it's weird that people are like, this is the first one that they're joining.
Equipment in the water.
Yeah, I know. I haven't dropped anything. I don't think.
Says this seems like a fun live stream. All live streams are cool though.
I do so many from my couch upstairs.
I really love your videos.
Chat's going crazy. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Says balls, copy butthole. At Eligaguli 385 says just ask one of your friends what them feet about though and watch them laugh. It's like farts, but some people it's arrow.
Jeez, there's so much going on. I forget what I was going to say. Yeah, so Banana's huge into plants. She's got tons of plants out here that she like waters and takes care of. She loves growing stuff and making it pretty and smell nice out here. It's got to be weird for her knowing that I can't see any of this stuff. But she's had me walk around. Like I felt her kangaroo's paw plant, and there's a bunch. A lot of stuff smells good. She grows mojito mint, which smells just absolutely delicious. And I had a cactus that I had in my office, and it was dying. And she brought it out here, and she told me, she's like, the thing's huge now. It's like the size of a basketball. And I got it. It was just like a little doohickey thing. I probably should wrap it up. I keep sticking around because I feel like more people keep showing up. I didn't intend. I literally thought this stream was going to last like 3 minutes because I didn't think it was going to work. I thought I'd get down. My office is way up there. I had to walk through the whole house. I figured like by the time I got halfway here, I thought the stream would die. So I didn't have anything planned. I didn't know what I was going to talk about. The biggest trick of the night, I keep misplacing the phone. Where is it? There we go. Is when I stand up, will I be able to get out of the pool and not have any of this stuff fall out of my pockets?
You to play hide and seek and then complain about you not covering your eyes while counting. Necro Fedrigan says Montreal. Sunrose 8 says Nick will take over the garden if she's not careful.
She knows that.
4470 says shadow of your dog went by.
That's funny. It's a tough growing area out here, so none of the plants are taking over.
Doing his thing.
Yeah, Steve likes to run along. We got an upper area slope, and he likes to run back and forth.
They are all potted plants, I believe.
And make sure that there's no critters up there.
At Matejagron 3983 says Steve
Mateja's still here.
That we saw. Antonio and Rizzo says
I like you guys trying to figure out what's creeping behind Pete.
Is not bound by the laws of nature.
That's true, but it smells delicious.
My favorites. You're so thoughtful, Pete.
There is a
what's it called? It grows way too fast and can spread.
Yeah, we haven't had that problem. It's not an arboretum.
Do you know you're done wiping?
Oh, that's a stupid
5307 says, is the YouTube side normally this small? Thank you, Fangel, for...
I don't know. I mean, maybe. I don't know. I don't know how many viewers there are. I'm not huge in lives. It would be cool if I got as many views on lives as I do on shorts. But I mean, I feel like we've had enough interaction tonight that people are entertained. Hopefully, this reason Banana has so many potted plants out here is because the soil in this part of San Diego, we're also very close to the ocean. The soil just sucks. So people they warned her about ice plants and about mint. They're like, it's going to take over, and that definitely has not been a problem. I got to get out. I got to take Steve for an actual walk because he's lurking around. I'm going to take him out. I'm going to take out Skylar, and I'm going to see if I can get the iPhone back on.
The wiping thing in so many videos.
That's the iPhone is the chat. Is
Jamal Murray 2 and says what made you get into surfing. Zombie 1001 says on Twitch RNA.
The desire.
Amanda Briz 4470 says it's another duck behind you, lol.
The desire to get out and do something athletic made me want to get into surfing.
At Matejagron 3983 says 46 isn't too shabby for his live on YouTube. At Johnny BC says he's outside and the camera is further away. Dank Angel 420 says
I'm going to head upstairs.
Sunrose 8 says see you.
I mean, I don't.
Good night.
Thank you. I'd love to get more. I don't know. I do my best. Cool, I appreciate it. All right, let's see if anything falls.
At Antonio and Rizzo says, wait, Pete, I know the question has passed, but do you like Queen like Freddie Mercury? Michael Jackson.
Yeah. Totally.
1001
oh, yeah, I love Michael Jackson. His
at
music.
Sissa says, have you ever parasailed and have you ever played tic-tac-toe with a chicken? I have done one of these.
I have
things.
parasailed. Hold
on. At
Gaming
5411 says it says there is 95 people streaming on YouTube right now. At Zappatedragon 7901 says, have a good night, Pete.
Yeah, I'm going to head upstairs.
It depends on whether they are chatting or not. Probably more lurkers.
Well, you're probably on different.
Steve some goodies red hard. We have been doing.
Someone's probably on YouTube horizontal and someone's on YouTube vertical. I'm going to head up to the studio and see if I can.
Just now starting to pop.
Oh, good. Lovely. Right as I start to
says he has 40K on here one night.
Head up to the studio.
At Sunshine
38,700.
At Lucifer says, peace out, guys. Have a good day night.
What up, Lucifer?
At Jamal Murray 2 and says, I'll be sure to be here for the next stream. At
cool,
Alpha
that'll
Desert
be
8 says, good
Tuesday
night,
night.
At Antonio and Rizzo says, good night, P. At Resonate says, oh yeah,
leaving.
My aunt lives a stone's throw from that Pete red hard. The soil there is like dust.
Cool.
At Antonio and Rizzo
soil
says,
is
God
like
bless.
dust.
At
Let
Johnny
me
BC
see
says thank you to everyone who
if I
joined us for the
can-
live.
Let's see, did
At
I...
Resonate says blessings all.
On. There we go. Now I got my microphone on. I am
Thanks for the
here
surprise stream.
in the
At Thad Murdy
studio
says much
just
love.
to... See, I could stick around.
At Asif0501 says what would your be like?
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
At Amanda Briz 4470 says you got
I
a
basically
beautiful
just
house.
had to... Oh,
At
that's
Thad
good to
Murdy
hear.
says in good
I basically
Spalachi.
just had to come up here to shut things down.
At Angel the
Good night.
Mermaid
Sorry,
says you
people
are an
taking off.
inspiration. At Jamal Muri 2N says good
Well,
night.
do you guys want me to keep
At
going?
Antonio and Rizzo says wait, is it ending or just inside now?
The next one
At
is going to be
Galak the Greek
Tuesday,
5307 says when and
6:30
what
p.m.
time do you
Pacific.
stream next?
Yeah, I'll be there then. Yeah, it
At
sounds like
Sunshine
people are getting ready to take off.
3914 says see ya Tuesday. At Let's
Hey,
Begin
that's pretty cool. It gives you the,
5411 says
the
well
ranking.
YouTube says how much we chat. I'm somehow in
I
5th place. Oh. At
The
Resonate
lighting,
says Slade
the
that
lighting
cheap.
up here is not the way it
At
normally is.
Johnny
I wonder if
BC
it looks
says
really
Tuesday
weird.
and Wednesday 6:45 p.m. Pacific Daylight
This is
Time.
my dream house.
At
My dream house is a place where my office is. Where, see, when I don't have the lights in my face, I'm kind of curious about that. Like, normally I have a completely different lighting set up in here, and I have lights like directly in my face, and it's a lot, and it kind of gives me a headache. Right now, I just have like the regular above lights, and it's not giving me a headache. So I could actually sit here like this and not get headaches, but I'm told it looks more dramatic and cool when we have the overhead lights off and the ones in front of me on. I don't know why I told you that. I came up here to hit end, and then all of a sudden
didn't
people
lose anything
started
in the
asking a
pool.
bunch of questions.
Dankmfangel 420 says I'm sorry to hear that. At La Matea Y Curry Sissa says when I was 22 living back in New Jersey in Atlantic
You
City
can
where
play
all the casinos
tic-tac-toe
are, I
with a
played
chicken?
tic-tac-toe with a chicken. If you won, you got
I
5,000
don't know. Do
chicken.
you
All
want
is
it to
won.
end? Should I?
At Jamal
Oh,
Muri 2N says
you know what I
it's
should
team ending.
do? Because now
At
I
Sunshine
can
3914 says looks
now I
fine.
can get that's good. Hold on. I was gonna hold on.
Latenai
Where's
Cruz
Twitch?
says we can
Twitch.
see you pretty well. The
There's
lighting
a
is good.
raid thing that I was trying to figure out because maybe I can't get out of here.
I am
I go
Ermagu
to
says
my
yeah, it can stink.
profile. You do?
At
I
Matejagrum
wonder.
3983 says I actually like this better than the other lighting. At Bilak
No,
Kagreet
Balak?
5307
No.
says with my name being backwards, can you tell what my name is Bilak?
Really?
At Let's Be Gaming 5411 says honestly the lighting looks pretty
Oh,
good
hold
this
on.
way. At Kaylee 186 says when did
Open
you get
widget.
your arm tapped?
Sometimes.
At T Ray 8 says do you have a good sense of humor about being blind? At LT Iron Fox
Oh,
says
the
Twitch
side-
really
is the
takes
side
around
camera on?
2.5 to 4 hours. Lights look fine. How does the side camera?
Is this I don't even know. I think I turned the side camera on before I that's a follow on YouTube. I was trying to predictions. Oh no. What? Oh, quick actions. There we go. No. I was trying to raid a channel. I could raid a channel. Oh, but there's no raidable channels available. I don't have enough people. I was trying to be nice and trying to do a raid.
I see, said the blind man to his deaf
Yeah,
bride.
thank you. I'm glad you could come.
At
But
Johnny
I'm
BC
not
says
cool
I have
enough
to.
to
Pete, glad I could jump on last minute.
Bilak backwards.
At
Bilak
Bilak
is
the Greek 5307 says
called.
Bilak backwards.
Oh, that was a Twitch one? Cool,
At
thank you.
GoKazWAR says that was a sub on Twitch.
All right. I mean, one of
At
these days I'll
LT
get
Iron Fox
another.
says no side
Like
camera
that's
is still
it's a
sunburned
Sony over there. It's the Sony ZV-1. It's a $600 camera,
420
but
says I wear sunglasses usually, but just don't like it bright.
the so this camera in front of me here is the Sony ZV-E1, $2,500 camera and a $2,000 lens on it. So I'm pointing at it like that's what that is, and that's it's an extremely fancy, expensive camera. Oh, I was right. What did I say? I said something pretty close to
5307
that, I
says
guess.
Caleb Law.
Oh, I don't think I follow
Zombie
anybody.
1001 says I think you can only rate people you
I'm
follow
not
if
good.
they
I'm
live.
not good at following a lot of other people on social media. I just kind of like let the For You pages feed me what they want to, and generally I kind of just like to get a whole bunch of stand-up comedy. That's what I like. All right, I am Ermagu. I do think Steve's gonna.
I am Ermagu says that
It's
is.
9:44. This might be my second longest stream. I might be getting asked to do an 8-hour stream though at some point in the near future.
At
Well,
Let's
they're
Gaming
both Sony.
5411 says the
So,
Sony
but
one
I'm
makes your
guessing you
face
mean the
look
one on the
reddish.
side. I had. Dank, all right, Dank. Dank's going to bed.
Dankmfangel 420 says night
That
guys.
means we got to wrap it up eventually.
At Amandabris 4470 says
Wow,
it
that's
looks
late.
really
You're an
good.
East Coaster.
Zombie 1001 says it's 12:44 a.m.
I wonder. What was I going to say?
I am Magoo says
I need to focus. Focus, Pete. Like if I could do the thing with this lighting, then I could actually do the whole show, and you guys could see my eyes. And everybody always tells me my eyes are like very expressive. I have expressive. Oh my goodness. And so I'd like to do it and have you guys be able to see my eyes. But Banana told me that the light shining down, like I have a lot of gray hair, I guess, these days. And she said that the gray on top and the light shining down was actually making me look like bald. So she's like, that is not a good light pattern for you. So we went with the dramatic lighting that was in front of us. But staring at those lights is just, it's a lot. Anyway, anywho, any last words?
Dankmfangel 420 says no, I'm here as long as you are lol.
Hi, I'm going to be out
Joshua
too, I
Prither
guess.
4563 says just wanted to say hi, I'm out.
Oh, that's weird that the side view is reddish.
At
I don't like that.
3983 says the side view
my
is
music
reddish.
is over there. So I can't fire off my goodbye music. But I'm going to get up and that's good. I'm going to get up and find my way to the text-to-speech that says end stream. You guys will have a minute or so to keep chatting with each other, and then I'll be back next Tuesday right here on the couch, and hopefully you'll all join. Thanks for putting up with me out in the couch. 24 hours. I mean, I got to go to the bathroom.
Sissa says would love to see you on a 24-hour live stream.
I got to eat.
At LTI Fox says I will send you a tutorial email this weekend.
All right, guys.
I don't like babbling about Twitch.
Bye-bye. Thank you, everybody. I have to go figure out how to end this thing.
5307 says bye. This was fun.
Thank
See you next time.
You're all the best.
Zombie 1001 says bye. Dankmfangel 420 says see you guys Tuesday. Spoiled Boy 2 says hi. I am Magoo says thanks for the stream. At LT Fox says it's a white balance issue, not a... At Justafruit 3301 says love your videos.